comes out on Thanksgiving. Me, my dad, and my sister are all doing heroin. Like,
it's a hell of a news
grateful
piece
gratitude,
for the Thanksgiving table.
So it all comes out, and I mean, like, it was like taboo at first. Like, nobody like didn't really know like what to do, except my aunt was like, well, they're all I don't know anyone that gets off of heroin, like they're all basically, and I was like, okay, this is, why I'm on heroin? Because of Parma and Cleveland.
Because of you.
Yeah, I'm like, I have to get out of here. Like, I have to move. I have to go back to my grandma's house in my safe dome and, like, get clean. And my sister does the same thing. But my sister's living at my dad's house right now with the 25-year-old who's working for my dad. And they're all doing their shit. But my dad's not getting high with my sister, but they know what's going on. They're all getting high separately just for, like, the moral compass of, like, I'm not getting high with my 15... she's 16 now at the time now. I'm not getting high with my 16-year-old daughter on dope, you know?
All right. Hey, we are back. Sadly, we're without Lou. Lou's a little under the weather today. So, Lou, Godspeed to you, buddy. I'm going to make you some chicken soup. I'm looking here. Hey, Lou. But we are sitting here with Kathryn Grills, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yep.
I'm surprised I didn't butcher that. I do that sometimes.
No, it's okay.
It could be the simplest name. And
I'm terrible at names.
I'll screw it up.
I'll know your face, but I will be like,
hey, guy.
How are you?
Brother, how are you?
Yeah.
But you came from Cleveland.
Yep.
Good for you. Thank you so much.
Of course.
We very much appreciate it. I've only vibed you out for, 10 minutes since we came in, and I like your vibe. I think you're going to be good. So I guess let's just jump into it, man. Like, you're an addict.
Yeah.
Recovering addict now. Yeah. Let's talk about where it all began, man. Let's talk about some childhood.
Okay. Well, typical. I mean, not typical, but I grew up on a 20-acre horse farm with my grandmother.
Damn.
My mom and dad were both addicts and alcoholics off rip. My dad was in prison like my whole childhood, in and out from drinking and driving. He would get caught, go back for like 4 years, 18 months, come back out. So that was always that. And my mom was super unstable, like in and out of our lives, like gone for weeks at a time. My grandma, like both my grandmothers raised us. Like we lived at my mom's house.
Yeah.
But we would go to my dad's mom. We all lived like right 5 minutes from each other in the country. Nothing to do. But I grew up riding horses, like in sports, like super, super about that. But I was always a troublemaker, you know? I was always getting in trouble, stealing things, stealing money. I remember I stole money and went to the school lunch lady to get extra lunch because I got free lunch because, I was a welfare kid.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want extra lunch. I want to feel like a normal kid. And I put money on there, like $50, and they're like, "Where did you get this money?" They call my grandma. My grandma's like,
$50 on your books.
She's like, yeah, exactly. She's like, yeah, I'm missing it. And I got in trouble for that.
Yeah, that's
I was
went
like
too big for there.
Yeah, and I was like young, like elementary school.
Damn.
Yeah, and I was just like mischievous, but I now, because I've been in therapy, I was like, I just always seeking for attention anywhere I could get it.
Yep.
I was trying to get it.
What's your mom's drug of choice? What's she doing?
Crack cocaine.
Damn, mom's a crackhead.
Yeah, I've smoked crack with my mom, shot dope with my dad. Perfect little mix, you know.
The all-American family.
All
right?
American dream. The American dream.
Jeez, girl. So you're doomed from rip.
Yeah. So, me and my younger sister, she was 15 months apart from me. So yeah, that was like our normal childhood. My mom kind of got her shit together in middle school. That's what led us out to Pataskala. So, she met this guy. Literally one day told us, like, I have a boyfriend, we're moving to Pataskala. Don't even know this dude.
You never met the guy?
Never met this dude. I had a whole summer. I had all my friends, I was in 6th grade, like, just in middle school, going into 7th grade, but I got ripped out to come to Pataskala.
That's the worst.
Yeah. Having no idea, like, who, like, just what I was, And now, I came from a country little town, okay? Maybe 2, black people were at our school, you know? And I come to Columbus, Pataskala, and it's diverse.
Really? Pataskala?
Yeah, it was super diverse.
Because I'm like...
I met Muslims, Indians. It was super diverse. I went to school with Doobie and Trippie Redd.
I don't know who that is.
They're little rappers. It's
old,
okay.
Yeah. I'm an old
Doobie's
person.
really great. Trippie Redd is, one of those just like... he's famous, though. Anyway.
Okay.
But, we went to school with them. But
what's that like? Complete culture shock when you get there?
Like culture. And my mom started dating a black guy, and I was never like, I had 2 black friends in my school. I was never racist or anything, but it was different to me because how I was raised, like with my grandparents, like that was just not a thing, you know.
Yeah.
And it was just different. And he was really strict, and we were not used to that. Like, he took our doors off our walls.
What?
Yeah, like, really weird. And he had 3 kids that he didn't take care of that were kind of our age, but, like, they lived in Lorraine, and he moved us all the way out to Pataskala for a job, and my mom had a job. My mom was, like, stable. She was smoking weed, but, like, she could do that. It's, like, really weird. I'll get into it later. But, yeah, so, we moved. It's this big culture shock. He's really strict. I get into the wrong crowd, of course. I meet these 2 girls. Start smoking weed. I remember the first time I smoked weed, I was in this apartment with these 2 older guys. I'm like 12 with my friend that's 13. These guys are like 17, 18 years old.
Oh boy, yeah.
Yeah, I've always hung out with older men. Always. I've daddy issues up the wall. But I remember I hit it out of bong and I'm like shaking in the bathroom. I'm on the toilet and I'm like, Anna, sit by me. And she's like, are you okay? I'm like, and she thought I was faking it. And I was like, no, dude, like I'm really tripping balls here.
I might be dying.
Yeah, like I don't even know what's going on here. And like I cut my hair, shaved my head. I was so rebellious because like,
wow.
And I started smoking cigarettes, right? And I would steal his cigarettes because he smoked menthols. My mom smoked Reds. And I didn't have a lighter, so I stole the toaster in our house and took it upstairs, put it under my bed, had the ashtray. One day he comes in, he's like, it smells like cigarettes in here, and it's right under my bed. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, rips the bed open, sees my cigarette, sees the toaster. He's like, you stole the toaster. We've been missing the toaster from months.
Fucking trying to make a Pop-Tart down
literally.
there.
And I'm like, yeah. So that like was like 2 years. It was just, I was bad.
What is that why you took like the doors off? Like you were giving them reason to be.
Of course. Yeah, I was running away. We were sneaking out. I'd make fake bodies. I don't have extensions now. I've had short hair my whole life. This is like the longest my hair has ever been like real. So I had extensions. So I'd make a fake bed, put the extensions on top of the bed so it looked like I was sleeping, and I would just go out.
That's kind of brilliant. Though.
It was brilliant. I was so smart. I was
Shawshank
so smart.
Redemption shit right there.
Absolutely. But yeah, I loved it. I loved doing bad shit. Like it was fun. I didn't care. Like it wasn't like my morals, like, cause I wasn't treating you bad. I wasn't like being mean, but like I thought to myself, I'm just doing this to myself.
Just doing you.
I'm having fun. Yeah. A typical middle schooler, smoking weed and smoking cigarettes and getting drunk.
Jeez.
You know? And I found out that that's not the typical middle schooler, So that's like going on for 2 years. My sister, my younger sister's not into it yet. Like she's still very naive. My older sister, she like was never an addict. She has her life together. She's so great. She's my best friend. She's amazing. She did the typical teenage stuff, but like she did her school. Like she didn't get into trouble. So anyway, fast forward to like we move up. So my mom meets another dude. Okay.
She left the black boyfriend.
Left Leon. I don't know if I can say names. I'm sorry.
We don't care.
We don't have last names. Anyway, yeah. So she meets this dude, from Cleveland, and she's all giddy and stuff, and like her and Leon are not doing good, and I'm excited. I'm like, oh, it's a new guy, because it's always been a guy.
Yeah.
Always been a guy. Always been a move. So I'm like, oh, we're getting out of this. Like this is gonna be great. First time I meet him, I'm 13 and a half, almost 14. I smoke a blunt for the first time. He rolls a blunt for me and my mom, and we're all smoking in the car. I miss school. My mom misses school so I can meet this dude.
Damn.
Yeah, and like my mom introduced like I smoked for the first time by myself, but then after that, like my mom knew I was smoking. She like rolled up when my sister's sleeping on the way home to Columbus, because we would go to Cleveland, Columbus like every weekend.
Yeah.
And we're just smoking in the car, and like I would get her weed and stuff, like things like that.
What's that like the first time smoking with mom? You think it's like a test when she's like rolling up a blunt?
No, so I think it's a test for sure. She's like, break this up. I'm breaking this weed up because I know what weed is. I know what she's like. I'm like, dude, she's about to slap me or something. This is like she's trying to like see what I'm trying to do.
Bait car, man.
Literally, my little sister is sleeping in the back seat of the car, and she rolls it up so quick, and I'm like, dude, she's a professional.
Damn, Mom.
Literally, I was like, what? And she's hitting it, and she passes it to me, and I'm just like, dude, I'm about to get backhanded if I take this shit.
Yeah.
And I start hitting it, and I get high with my mom, and we're laughing, and we're having a good time. And like I said, my mom was in and out, like, but I have always been, till this day, a mama's girl. Like, I want my mom. I want to protect my mom. That's my mom. I don't care. And I used to argue with my aunt. My aunt would tell me when I was like in elementary school, your mom's a crackhead. I was like, no, she's not. What is wrong with you?
Say that about my mom.
Well, yeah, what is wrong with you? And she's like, okay, like you're okay, whatever. So yeah, like that happens, and like smoking weed becomes like a bond. And then my older sister was already smoking weed too, and then my mom got my younger sister to smoke too.
Oh man!
And my younger sister's 12 years old.
So you got a whole family affair now.
Yeah.
Like of.
So that's what Rob said. Like her new boyfriend said, we're the smoking family, and I said, hell yeah, this is
Let's go.
awesome.
So you like this guy immediately?
Immediately,
Yeah.
and he was so cool. Like they just actually broke up, but and he's considered my stepdad. But I mean, like they all have issues. They're all addicts. You know, they got some shit, you know, that's like the normal to them. And I can see, you know, I can separate myself. You know, most people hear this and like, what a shitty fucking mom. But it's like, dude, she's sick.
Yeah, she's
sick.
Yeah.
You know? So we moved to Cleveland, Parma.
So you got to start all the way over yet again.
Yep, start all the way over freshman year.
God,
okay.
High school is the
high
worst,
school.
Man.
Well, first I go back to my grandma's, and this is what I think saved my older sister. We go back to my grandma's because we're moving, and Rob and my mom are trying to find a place in Parma to move to. So I go to my old school where I grew up at for freshman year for like a half, like literally 3 months, maybe beginning of the semester.
Yeah.
And like by this time, I'm like used to diversity. I don't want to go back to this country school. Like you guys are all lame. Like we have tractor day. Like I'm just like
tractor day.
Yeah, I'm just like in a different spot. Like I want to go party. I want to do like you kids are not on my wavelength anymore. So as soon as like they moved, my sister's now a senior. She's like, I'm not starting a new school in a senior year. I'm gonna stay at my grandma's house and I'm gonna finish this school, which probably saved my sister's life because we moved to Parma now. And it basically becomes a party house. Like, it becomes the kick-it spot.
Is this like the hood?
No, it's a nice area. Like,
okay.
But we made it poppin'.
Turned it out.
I mean, when we lived in 2 places in Parma. The last day that we lived at the other place, we had a party that had over like 500 people in and out.
In a house?
In a house. The floors literally were shaking. I have pictures shaking. My little sister became so popular. She was beautiful. I mean, she had so many friends. So it was called the Safe House. That's what it was called.
The Safe House.
Literally, that's what it was called. And we had this huge, huge party. But let me backtrack. So we moved here, and my little sister got expelled, actually, from Pataskala. So she had to be on online school for, like, a couple months. And she's not living with us in Parma right now. She's staying at my other grandmother's, my dad's mom's. So my older sister's at my Nana's, and then my younger sister's at my grandma's, my granny's. And I live with Rob, my mom. First day of school, my mom's like, do not tell anybody I smoke weed. I was like, okay, Mom, I won't. Like, I'm not going to tell nobody. She's like, we got to keep this down low. I was like, okay, Mom, cool. Second day of school, I meet some friends. But this is how I know, like, this is how I'm always seeking, you know, that behavior. I'm in choir class, and these preppy girls are sitting right next to me, trying to get to know me, talk to me, you know, be my friend. And they're like, they point over to these girls and like, listen, those girls smoke cigarettes and smoke weed. You do not want to hang out with them. And I said...
Those are my people.
Bet.
Yeah,
and I said,
people.
bet. And I went over there and I said, hey, guys, I have a pack of cigarettes. Where can we go smoke? Blah, blah. And boom, you know, I became friends with them. And I remember I had my friend Livy and her friend Abby. She never even smoked weed in her life, okay? And we're in the car. And my mom looks back and she's like, you girls smoke weed? And Livy, and then look at me like, is this a test? Like, do we say no? And I was like, just be honest.
Yeah, tell the truth.
Yeah, and I was just telling the truth. And she's like, yeah. And Abby, though, never smoked. And she's like, yeah, I've smoked. And we get to the house, and my mom rolls up, and we're all in her bedroom smoking. And this girl, Abby's about to have a heart attack, getting so high. Mom's like, just smoking back. And I'm like, Mom, what happened to, like, no smoking?
Being discreet, yeah.
But, like, Livy, like, she's my best friend to this day. God bless her. You know, she's dealing with her own shit, too. But, yeah, and it was just, like, that was it. Like, we could have friends over if we smoked with my mom, you know? And then, I mean, it progressed. Like, I turned 16.
Are you taking school at all seriously?
Yes. I'm actually taking school very serious. Like, I'm getting straight A's.
Okay.
Like, I'm going to school. I love learning. Like, I'm in school right now, too, and I'm, like, realizing how much I do miss it and how I can excel myself, but I couldn't wait to get out of school and smoke. Like,
Yeah.
we'd go at lunch, sneak out, go smoke, come back, you know? But I did great at school. it's then when I got into sophomore and junior year, I started skipping. And once you skip like a day of high school, it's like you skip a whole week.
It's hard to catch up.
Yeah, it's very hard to catch up. And it just became like, not a priority at all.
That's what you're doing now.
Yeah. So, about 16, my best friend Brianna, she's 17 at the time. We went to this house party, and she's 17, about to be 18. I'm 16, but I'm telling everybody I'm 17 and I'm about to be 18, And I meet this guy, he's 20. And I'm not even talking to him. I'm like back to him. I'm talking to somebody else. And they're like, "Oh, how old are you?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm 17. My birthday's February 17th. I'll be 18. He turned around. He's like, "That's my birthday." It wasn't even my birthday. And I was like, "Oh."
Probably wasn't even his birthday either.
No. But what he said something about Michael Jordan's birthday is the same. And I was like, "Oh, okay, whatever." And he was like, "Oh, yeah, you're cool. You're about to be 18. And he's 20. So we end up like hooking up and stuff. And then the next day, the cops raided the place.
Oh, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there.
Oh,
and I'm in bed with him.
Oh.
And I hurry up and get clothes on, blah, blah. And they're sitting all of us down. And they're like, "Where's your IDs? How old are you? When's your birthday?" And I'm like, August 24th, 1999. And his face was like, "You're 16 years old. Like, what in the actual hell?"
Yeah.
So this is Halloween, the weekend. So we leave, and I'm texting him, blowing him up. I'm like, "I'm sorry, I lied to you, blah, blah, blah," all this stuff. And you think, a mature man would be like, "Yeah, get away from me."
Yeah, red flags.
Yeah. And then he's like, "All right, text me when you get back into town." So that relationship lasts till I'm 18.
Okay.
And it's toxic. My mom moves him in, and he's selling coke.
Oh, Mom.
And my mom knows it. Like, she's like, "He's a cokehead. Like, he's skinny as hell. Like, he's doing drugs, blah, blah." I'm like, "No, he's not. No, he's not." And he wasn't like a drug addict. He was really like partying. Me, I would steal his coke, under the bed. I would take the coke and do it and wake up and he'd be like, "Why did you just do all of that?" I'm like, "Why aren't you doing it?"
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here? Like, come on, let's do it.
What, was that your first time doing coke with that guy?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was with my friend Brianna and him. But like the first time was with Brianna, but it was like a little bit. But yeah, to keep going.
Feel it.
Yes, was with him for sure. And he introduced me to a party life, like tripping on acid, like that lifestyle, like meeting these older people, like a fun party lifestyle, But I'm about to be 17 years old. I'm 16. Now he's 21. Like
God, so
insane.
Weird.
Yeah, insane. So like that last, and then well, so before that, actually, no, I smoked, like, I don't know, the dates are kind of, like, fuzzy, but, like, 16 to 17, I smoked crack before, like, one time with a friend.
How'd that happen?
I was with a friend that was doing heroin. Actually, I was, like, trying to sleep with this girl. Like, I'm bisexual, so I was trying to sleep with this girl. She's a heroin addict.
Okay.
She's with a sugar daddy. This guy is rich. He, like, owns part of Costco or whatever. Riding a Benz, but he's doing heroin and smoking crack, too. Old man, like, gonna die soon. Nodding out, they're doing dope. I'm not doing dope yet, and I'm just smoking crack. But she said, "Hey, if you want," because I liked uppers at first, that was how, like, the progression. I started with the uppers and just moved my way up. And she's like, "If you need to come down, you can do a little bit of this, and it would make you come down." I never did it. I got super paranoid and had my friend pick me up, but that was like the first time I smoked crack was with her, and I let my mom know. And
you told Mom?
Yeah, I told my mom.
What'd that conversation look like? Like, "Hey, Mom, by the way."
I tried this. And but she was always like a best friend. It was never like I was scared to tell her things, It was always like, "Yeah, I did this, I tried that." But like I think it gave her a pass, and she was like, "Okay, well, you're already doing it. Why not do it together?"
Didn't but like, aren't you like, my mom's a crackhead? Like,
yes,
I saw how it fucked her life up.
But no, because at this point, my mom had her life together. She worked on the weekdays and partied on the weekend. And they wouldn't even party with us. Like, they would leave us the house for the weekend, and they would go out, her and Rob, and do their own thing. And this was like an every weekend thing. And like, she'd come back Monday, house would be clean, normal routine.
Okay.
We'd go to school. It was super.
So in your mind, it's just like
I'm like,
you can do it. Yeah, you can enjoy it from time to time.
I'm not like that. Okay, I'm junkie.
Yeah, all
okay?
in.
All in. Like, we're doing the drugs all. Like, why are we saving this stuff?
Yeah.
So, yeah, like I told my mom that, and my mom got high on coke like during that time. I'd feed her drugs, and I basically just do whatever I wanted, and like we really didn't start smoking crack until after I got on dope. Like we tried coke here and there or whatever, but So like I was doing that up until 17. Me and Mike, this is the ex that I was with, the 21-year-old, we were on and off because we were so toxic. I mean, this man was crazy. Obviously, 21 dating a 16-year-old. Like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Super narcissistic. Super like you can't hang out with nobody. We are together. Like you're not having any friends. Blah blah blah. And I remember we were broken up. I met this guy who was doing Percocets, and I tried Percocets, but I like with Mike, but I never like had that feeling like, oh, this is great. Like I loved uppers, you know. I was like, I want to do and be up. And I met this guy, and he's 23, and now I'm 17. He's 23, and Mom moves him in. I move him in.
Mom is tripping, man.
Yeah. Mom moves him in. My sister's 15, and moved in her dude who's 21 and has a baby. Yeah. So, but they break up, and then my sister's 15 dating a 25-year-old now.
Your mom's cool with it. She knows the ages.
She knows all the ages, yeah.
Like, God bless her,
she's in her own delusional
I know
world.
she's got her.
She's like, make sure you send me this podcast. I was like, Mom, you're not gonna. I'm like, I won't say your name, Mom, but I was like, I can't. You know, this is my life. This is my story. You know.
Yeah. Don't hide your truth.
No,
man.
exactly. Yeah. And I'm like, and you know, it is what it is. And I'm like, Mom, you'll be surprised how much it actually does happen with parents and kids. Like it's really crazy.
I don't want to jump ahead, but does Mom now know in hindsight, like,
what she did is wrong?
I shouldn't have done all
absolutely,
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she'll plead it. She'll plead, I'm the worst mom ever, and I fucked up, and I fucked.
Yeah,
she blames her. Both my parents blame my sister's death on them. Like they both blame it.
Yeah.
You know, because so like I'm gonna backtrack. So met this guy. We're doing perks for a little bit, and behind the scenes, my younger sister is messing with dope, and I had no idea.
Man.
With a 25-year-old.
That's the 15-year-old.
Yeah, the 15-year-old's with the 25-year-old. He's addicted to dope, doing dope, all that. And I remember I tried dope with the boyfriend once.
What, did you snort it?
Mm-hmm, I snorted it, yep. And it was cool, and I got so sick, and I was like, I don't want to do this ever again. It made me feel so sick. And I remember Courtney and my mom were fighting about something. And now we're on house arrest because of that big party or whatever.
But the cop showed up?
Yeah, because they... when the cop... Well, no, not that party. Sorry, when we had that big 500 people party.
Yeah. Your house.
Yes, when the cops raided, they found a loaded gun and drugs. And it wasn't ours, but we got charged with the drugs. And they said they'll throw the gun charge out because it wasn't ours or whatever. And they put us on house arrest all summer.
They put everybody on house arrest?
Me and my sister. Because it was our house, you know. But we moved, and so... I mean, we're partying in this damn house. We're on house arrest. I'm having the dope man eventually come to my house. I'm selling her my school laptops and shit. Selling her my shoes.
You're still in high school?
Still in high school.
My Lord,
yeah, still in high school. Still in high school. I mean, still in high school, but not in high school. I'm not doing high school. Obviously, I'm selling the school laptops. So, yeah, I'm just like... So they're fighting, right? And I hear this big bang. And I'm like, what the hell is that? I look down the hallway. It's a burnt spoon. And I'm looking at my sister, and she's looking at me, and I'm like, I just start crying. Because, like, I mean, with all this drug use, we're like, heroin addicts are not it. You don't shoot up dope. That is one.
That's where we draw the line. That's
the
where we
line.
draw, yeah.
And I'm just shocked. She's 15 years old. And I'm like, Courtney, what is going on?
And she's full on shooting dope.
Full on shooting dope. Like, in her neck. The dude's showing her how to shoot up in her neck. I've never shot up. You know, I did eventually. But I never, I'm like, this is correct. But I know what a burnt spoon is, you know?
Yeah.
And then... Like, it just becomes, like, the needle's not involved, but, like, obviously, like, it escalates. I get on dope with this dude. And, like, because the Percocets get too expensive, because he's addicted to the perks. Like, he can't not function without them. I'm still in that like, oh, yeah, we'll party, whatever. But then when the dope came around, it was instant. Like, I did that one time, and then we started doing it for, like, a week, and then it was instant. I was in love.
Yeah.
So, like, but, like, this is so vivid. My 18th birthday is, like, when it took off. We partied on dope, heroin. Like, I had friends over that were drinking and doing other stuff. Didn't know me and my younger sister and my boyfriend were all on heroin. But that's what we're celebrating on.
Do your parents know? Your mom know?
No, my mom does. They have inklings that were on drugs, but I don't think they know that depth. Like, when her and Courtney got in a fight, it was like Courtney doing that out of spite.
Yeah.
And, like, trying to make her feel bad. We were always trying to make my mom feel bad. Like, being a piece of shit mom.
Yeah.
That was our go-to. Like, we're going to do what we want because you and dad are shitty.
It's an easy excuse, right?
Absolutely. And so when all this happens, so then a couple months on Thanksgiving, though, that year of Thanksgiving, is my birthday, was It was 2017.
You're 18.
18, yeah. I'm 99, yeah. So 2018. No, it was 2017.
No, you're 18.
Yeah.
Okay.
2017. It comes out on Thanksgiving. Me, my dad, and my sister are all doing heroin. Like,
it's a hell of a news.
Yeah, grateful
piece
gratitude,
for the Thanksgiving table.
So, yeah, it all comes out, and I mean, like, it was like taboo at first. Like, nobody like didn't really know like what to do, except my aunt was like, "Well, they're all. I don't know anyone that gets off of heroin. Like,
they're all fucked.
Yeah, they're all fucked basically." And I was like, okay, this is, you know why I'm on heroin? Because of Parma and Cleveland.
Because of you.
Yeah, I'm like, I have to get out of here. Like, I have to move. I have to go back to my grandma's house in my safe dome and, like, get clean. And my sister does the same thing. But my sister's living at my dad's house right now with the 25-year-old who's working for my dad. And they're all doing their shit. But my dad's not getting high with my sister, but they know what's going on. They're all getting high separately, just for like the moral compass of like, I'm not getting high with my 15. She's 16 now at the time. Now I'm not getting high with my 16-year-old daughter on dope. You know, so they're living there. I moved back in with my grandma, and
you go through withdrawal when you go back to grandma's.
No, I'm not withdrawing yet.
Okay,
I'm not withdrawing yet. Which is surprising because I was using so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I moved back to grandma's. And of course, my dad has this worker who's 25. I'm now 18. And I'm like, oh yeah, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. You're 25 and you're handsome and you're doing dope. Like, perfect. Like, and you work for my dad.
Yeah, it's all
everything
your
I
wants.
need. So we move him in. And my poor grandma, she's so naive. Like he has 3 kids. Like, she feels bad. Like, she's like, and we're seeing the kids.
The guy you're seeing
has
3 kids.
Yep. And we're seeing the kids every weekend. We're and then picking them up, acting like a great stepmom at 18 years old.
Well, yeah, what do you know as like momming at 18?
I'm
kids get in the way.
Yeah, absolutely. But listen, he didn't give a fuck, so I didn't give a fuck. Like, put a blanket behind,
set the bar real low.
Yeah, like we did what we did, and like, so now we are getting sick. And
did you drop out of high school?
Yeah, I dropped out of high school. Yep. Yeah, so now we are getting sick, and
what's dope sick like for the first time for you? You remember it?
Yeah, I'm sitting in because my grandma has a big claw tub, and I'm sitting in the tub, and it's like the shower is like hitting me, and I remember I just could not stop kicking my legs. I could not stop kicking my legs. I have the worst restlessness. Like, that's it.
Yep.
I don't really have like the puking or the diarrhea, thank God, but the restlessness.
Just can't sit still. And I'm sweating, profusely sweating, and a runny nose, and I'm like very irritated. I'm like, we have to, and now we're in the country, and we don't actually have a license or anything. Like, this is now super hard. You're really screwed.
Yes, to get what we need to get. But I'm like still in this position where I can manipulate my family. Like, I told my granny, his kids need something. We need $80. Here you go. My Nana, we need to drive here. Like, I convinced my Nana one time to sell her TV to the dope man, but it was my TV, and like, it was to my friend.
Yeah.
And she drove out to Cleveland to do it.
Drove from
her house to Cleveland. No, not Pataska. So we're back in Lorain County now.
Okay.
Still 45-minute drive.
Yeah.
Still, like, I mean, insanity.
Poor grandma. Poor naive grandma.
Naive. Like, and her daughter has done this her whole life. Like, she just doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, she's sober, right?
Yeah, no, yeah.
The only sober poster in the family.
This is a 20-acre horse farm. She's a CPA, has her own business. She's basically keeping this whole family afloat. I mean, like, taking care of everybody. And, like, I just don't think she knew what tough love was, or knew, cause she never gave it to my mom. Like, she let my mom go off weeks at a time, and us stay at home while she watches us, you know?
What's up with that? Like, it's just easier to not deal with the problem?
She always told me this, you need your mother. You need your mother. And when I got older, I used to tell him, like, Grandma, probably the best thing you should have done was kick that motherfucker out.
Yeah.
And, like, let us be with you. And, like, you know, I'm like, the in and out was insanity, you know? And she did realize that, you know, and that's when, so they started drawing lines to me and my sister, you know, and my father, like, we cannot let this happen. What happened to your mom or your dad? Like,
so they know you're.
Yes, they know. They know everything. They know it. I mean, obviously, like, it's just not healthy. I'm not looking good. I'm not acting good. I'm not working. I'm literally trying to find out how to get money all the time. You know. So yeah. So that happens. We were like, it's just bad. And I'm like thinking, I was like, okay, I need to go to treatment. Like, this is the only option I think I have. I'm like, if I go to treatment, I've heard these stories about rehabs being nice, like they're gonna change you, everything. And like, I'm 18, I really think, oh my gosh, this is gonna save me. I'm gonna be cured. I haven't been using that long. Like, it's gonna really save my life. So I'm begging my grandma to pay for this rehab in Kentucky.
Oh, no.
It's like $5,000. It was cheap actually compared to some. It's $5,000 for like 2 months or something.
Okay.
In the country, in a little farmhouse. I did try to go to Detox for like a couple days. I left on my third day. Had my granny pick me up, and my grandfather passed away like a couple of years before that. Her dad passed away a couple of years before that. Had an iPad. She took me to her house, and I'm like, wake up super early because I'm scheming. I'm going to take this iPad. I'm going to go sell it. And she's like, why are you getting up? Why are you getting ready? I'm like, oh, nothing. She's going to church. She's a dedicated church lady. So I was like, I'm going to have the boyfriend that I was like just with, pick me up, take me all the way to Cleveland, east side of Cleveland. That's like an hour and a half away. And he does. She pulls out of the driveway, follows me down the road, honking, trying to pull in front of us, like trying to get us out. And I'm like, get the out of here. I'm being
loser. Yeah.
I'm trying to lose. Yeah, for sure. And like, she eventually just stopped. And I'm like, damn. Yeah. And
you feel like a real piece of shit in that moment too.
Absolutely. I'm like, dude, what is wrong with me? But like, all I know is I can't stop.
No,
like,
I won't stop.
I won't stop. And like, that's what's going to happen. And his sister let him use her truck. We went out and got like a gram. We were supposed to like split it in half. By the time we got back, it was
gone. Yeah.
It was that,
Jeez, man. Grandma took you on a high-speed chase.
I mean, Grandma has been through some shit. She's brought shotguns out to people's faces before. Like, you come back here, I'm going to shoot your face off. And I'm, like, walking out the door. Like, no fucks given.
None. Worry about it later.
Yeah, exactly. Literally. I'm like, oh, after I get high, we'll figure this out. Like, after everything. Like, every time, when you're going to get dope, you're like, I can get pulled over after I get my dope.
Yeah.
Like, that's what
Well, that's happen. Like when I go to Detox. It sounds good because I have, like, my last shot, but then day 3 comes around, and I call it the day 3 itch, where I got to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you got to go. There's no... It's actually, when I think about it, it gives me the chills because, like, that shit had so much power.
And it's crazy, like, sitting in Detox day 3, you don't have a fucking thing to your name, but, like, somehow this idea of getting out using stealing grandma, that's the best idea you've had.
And it's, like...
So foolproof.
Literally. And it's, like... And somehow it turns out like it works.
Yeah.
And, like, it always works. Like, waking up broke as shit, sick as shit, ending up high every time.
Every time, man.
Like, every time. It's insane. So, yeah, that happens. Anyway, so...
You go to the Kentucky.
I go to Kentucky. Well, so I detoxed myself this time. Like, the first time I tried to do it, like, because I was like, okay. So my mom, we actually have a horse show in Columbus. I'm all about horses.
Horse?
It was at the fairgrounds.
Yeah, quarter horse.
Yeah. So we go there, and we have a hotel. And my cousin and her daughter, her like 4-month-old daughter, my mom's there to watch the daughter. I'm on the pull-out couch, detoxing
just
for a week.
Going through it.
And I'm picked out. Like, I will show you pictures after this. Like, I'm picked the heck out, looking just terrible, skin and bone. I'm flopping from each way all night, and they're just sleeping. They can't get any sleep. We're all in the same room.
Yeah.
So, like, after day 4, I'm starting to feel better. I'm smoking weed during it. Actually, we didn't have any weed. It was 420. My mom has friends around Columbus because we lived out here. We went out, smoked some weed on 420, blah, blah, blah. And the next week, I was leaving. Like, May 1st, I was leaving. And we were driving to Kentucky.
So you literally detoxed on a hotel bed in random Point Columbus.
Yep.
With a couple of people
with my mom and my cousin that, like, does not know anything about drug addiction. My mom doesn't know anything about heroin
addiction.
So
did they know you're detoxing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they know that, like, this is it. Like, she's going to detox. And I'm like, my poor cousin, I'm thinking about my cousin. I'm like, dude, she's here, like, managing the horse show.
Yeah.
And like, I'm keeping her up all night, kicking and freaking being a menace. And her little baby daughter, who's 6 months old, she's probably like, what in the actual hell, Good for you for doing that, though. That's rough. Yeah,
man.
that was rough. That was, like, really rough. And I will never forget that. And I was like, and I've done that, though. I've detoxed myself so many times.
So many times, man.
So many times. And then day 7, I'm like...
And it's nuts, too, because you get through the hard part. Like, for me, it didn't go away for, like, till a month, roughly.
Yeah,
like,
no,
I
for
still,
sure.
Like, can't sleep.
Feel normal.
But feeling better, a week or two.
Yeah.
But then... I go right back. Like, I have to start the whole fucking thing over again.
Absolutely.
And I do
Sometimes it's literally on day 7, I'm literally through the withdrawals, and I'm like,
I'm going to go.
All right, let's just go celebrate because I just did this. We'll only do it one day.
And then, right back at it again.
Right back at it.
It's the worst.
Literally so bad. So yeah, I go through this. I go to treatment.
What's Kentucky treatment like?
It's like boot camp. Like you
Oh.
cannot. So like they have 2 houses, the men's house and the girls' house, and you have IOP. You literally can't look at these men. You can't talk to them. You can't make any eye contact. And I'm a codependent woman that needs a man attention.
So you're in there acting a fucking fool?
Acting a fool. And I'm 18. I'm the youngest one in there.
Oh, boy.
Youngest one in there. Yeah, I'm doing the most to try to get attention. So they have these, like, contracts. Like, you get points or whatever, or something, like, strikes. And, like, if you get amount of strikes, you cannot talk to nobody until you write, like, a 50,000-word essay.
Damn.
And you have to say restrictions. Like,
including girls, too, right?
Yep. And if somebody tries to talk to you, be like, restrictions, you cannot talk to nobody.
Huh.
So you know what I do? It's really insane. I fake a seizure.
It's not that insane.
Okay,
it sounds insane, but
good.
like.
But yeah, no, I fake a seizure.
Okay.
Because I met this guy at a meeting. I got his number somehow. I don't know how I did this, but he was like 35. I'm 18. Meth head. And we're just like making eye contact, at the meeting, like making eye contact, blah blah blah.
Yeah, the A flirting from afar, yeah.
So I get this seizure. So then I go back home because they're like, we can't have her. She's a liability.
Yeah.
So I go back home. They do this brain mapping, literally do this whole thing. I'm playing this seizure out.
You went all in on it.
Playing this seizure thing out, okay. And I'm craving, like, not getting high, but, like, I want to go back. I'm like, I have to go back. What is wrong with me? I have to go back. So I'm like, I have to go back. So after I get cleared or whatever, they send me back because they hold my spot. They said they'll hold the bed for me, whatever. I can go back. Literally a week and a half later, I get kicked out again for having a seizure because I can't stand staying there. Because subconsciously, I want to get high and I don't want to do this,
Yeah.
But I'm like trying to figure out how to get out of this. Well, my aunt also lives in Kentucky, like an hour away from this place. Okay. Well, anyway, I go to the hospital, call the dude up, and I was like, dude, I need picked up. Like, and they didn't give me all the money from the
guy at the meeting. You called up.
Yep.
Okay.
Said come pick me up. Don't even know him. Could be a human trafficker. Don't even know anything about him, okay? Except that he does meth.
And then he comes and gets you.
Comes and gets me. We get a hotel. We don't do anything. Like, he doesn't try to do anything with me. Very, like, we fall asleep, whatever. Next thing, he goes to work. The next thing you know, I'm hearing a knock at my door. I don't know how it was my aunt. My aunt found me. I was in Somerset, Kentucky. Yeah, I'm an hour away from her house. She's knocking on the door. And she's like, come on. And my granny was coming down that weekend to see her, and she was going to visit me at the treatment center. So she's like, you're coming home with me. Your grandma's on her way here. And I was like, okay. And like, at this point, like, I am feeling good though. Like, I'm like not doing drugs. I'm like, it's summertime. I'm at my aunt's house. I'm going kayaking. Like, I'm doing stuff like during this week or whatever.
Okay.
Feeling great. And my granny, like, looks at me, and she's like, oh, my gosh, you look amazing. Like, and she's like, I haven't seen you smile in so long. And, like, I'm not manipulating. Like, this is me, like, feeling this way, And they're like, well, you have to go back to that treatment center. I was like, no, I don't. I'm not putting my tail between my legs and admitting that I just... Because they all knew I faked it.
Yeah.
They, like, the EMTs told them, like, she was faking the seizure.
Are you faking it in front of people?
Yeah, I had a whole ass seizure in front...
How do you commit to that?
Girl. Sorry, I just called you girl. It's like talking to my girlfriend. Dude.
Yeah, like
I could be an actor. My husband tells me all the time. No, I just literally
like, what you think?
Started having convulsions. Like holding it in, like not like just totally committing to the bit.
I applaud the effort,
dude. Committing to the bit.
Twice.
To the bit. Yes, twice. The one was outside, and I think it was when Trump just got
reelected.
Yeah, or something like that, and it was funny. I was just like said something about Trump, and then I had a seizure.
And he went all
and I went off.
Such an addict thing.
Yeah,
to do.
and then like and the EMTs literally told him like, dude, she's
like,
not.
Lady is,
not having a seizure. Whatever.
This is not what it looks like.
Yeah, exactly. So I convinced my grandma I'm coming home. Like, I'm coming home.
You're cured.
I'm gonna be on a new path. Like, I have figured this out.
Yep.
I'm gonna smoke weed and drink like a normal person.
Yeah.
I'm 18. I can drink and smoke weed. So I come home, and I remember I had to go see my dad at his house because I want to see, like, because I was living with him before that, like, and it was a whole hot mess or whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway, I go to my dad's house. Him and the ex-boyfriend are living. He's living now with my dad.
Your ex-boyfriend.
Mm-hmm, is living with my dad. And I open up, like, they have these gloves, like, that's where they put their dope in, because, like, they fold it. You fold your gloves and you can throw it in the back, and if a cop looks, like, you're a worker.
Just a glove, yeah.
Just look, yeah. It worked. I did it many times. anyway, so I open the gloves up, and there's the syringes, meth, dope. My dad's now doing meth and dope, and I'm like, Dad, you're a piece of shit for doing meth. Like, what is wrong with you?
How dare you, Dad?
Yeah, the high horse of not being on meth. And so I leave, and like now I can look.
You didn't do anything.
Nope, I didn't do anything. But I know my mom was sitting right there though. Anyway, but I know now looking back, I was like, I went there to see, like, just to be in the ambiance of it.
Yeah, okay.
You know, like to just be like. Okay. So, but like, it made my mom feel like, oh my gosh, she's so strong. She
did this.
Yes,
yeah.
Of course. Like, the nightmare's over. Well, while all this is happening, my younger sister is still running rapid, you know?
She's still getting high.
Still getting high, doing all this stuff. So, you know, I'm like Captain Save-A-Ho. I'm like, she's on probation from the house party. She was
house arrest.
Yeah, she was already on probation. I got off. It was a whole thing. I don't remember what she got in trouble about before, but she's on probation. And I'm like, Mom, we're going to call a probation officer, let her know she's on drugs, and we're going to get her.
The nerve of you.
And we're going to get her in treatment.
We're going to save her life.
Everybody's getting sober.
Wow, the fucking Messiah.
Yeah, I'm literally saving everybody here.
Damn. 3 weeks clean. Killing the game.
Yeah, out there. So, yeah, she goes to school the next day, and she sees 2 police officers, because she came home, like, the weekend high as shit. And I'm looking at her on my high horse like, you're so disgusting. You see me?
Fucking people.
You see what I did?
Look at all this.
Yeah, you see? My scars are barely even healed, but you see this?
Wow.
And so they come in the school, and she looks at the 2
Who called them?
My mom called him.
Your mom
called
okay.
She called the probation officer. But it was my idea. My mom wasn't going to do it. Like, I was like, no, we got to get her in treatment, Mom. Like, now.
Got to save her life.
Save her life. And the officers, she comes to the door, and she sees him, and she's like, oh, shit. Starts booking it outside. Other officers grab her. They drug test her, boom, fentanyl, blah, blah, blah. She goes to Life Skills or something like that. A youth
juvenile place.
Yeah, it's a nice place, though. Beautiful place. She was there for like 60 days or whatever. And she was doing good. And I was doing good, you know, whatever. Not doing dope. Because, like, that's what I thought. Like, really, I thought, I'm like, dope is the issue.
Yeah.
I can do perks. I can do Opanas. I can do all that. It's just the dope that I can't do, you know, because I was going on and off from shooting. It was so weird. I never stuck with one. I'd always go back and forth, back and forth.
Why is that, you think?
I don't know. It was, well, first, actually, I do know my veins are so little and it's so frustrating
hard
to
get,
hit.
yeah.
Yes. And I'm like, dude, I'd rather just shoot this or snort it and get it in me. Like, I've had to boof this shit with a needle before.
Bravo, man.
Take the needle cap off and boof it.
Like, I'm committed to the needle.
Dude, had to do it. Or take the liquid and shoot up my nose.
Shoot
like,
up nose, yeah.
Literally, I'm getting it inside my body. So I was like, yeah, maybe I should stop, like, give my veins a little break or whatever. But I always ended up back to the needle. I love the needle. Like, there's nothing compares to the needle.
You can't go back. I mean, nothing's the same
Nothing's the same after that. That rush is elite. You don't get that anywhere, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm, you know, teeter-tottering with the Percocets and the opiates, but I'm not doing the dope. Well, so she gets out. She's 120 days sober. It's insane, actually. So she gets out in August, I think. She's out for a month. So I do end up... So my baby dad, met my baby dad while this is all going on. He's not into dope. He's doing perks. He's doing Opanas. He's doing those things, okay?
He's doing everything but.
Everything but. He's 28. I'm 18, turning 19, okay? About to be 19 at this point. And I remember telling him, I was like, I want to do some Molly. And he's like, okay, bet. Let's just... Because it was a no-no for dope. Because he knew I was on dope. And he was like, we're not doing that. Well, he went and bought some 30s immediately and, like, spent all of his money. And he was a union worker and the irons worker, like, made good money, spent all this money, came home, had all these fake perks, and I was pissed. I'm like...
Oh, yeah, the fake ones.
Fake ones. And because he got robbed.
You talking about the Fetty perks?
No.
Like, all together fake? Nothing good in them.
It was nothing. It was not even the Fetty perks. I mean, come on, that would have been better than nothing.
Wow.
So I'm looking at them. We snort them. Immediately, I know they're fake. And I'm like, dude... I was like,
you're an idiot.
And I was like, okay, well, I want to do some Molly if we're not going to do this. He's like, okay. Because we've done Molly before, whatever. And he's like, bet. I'm not doing Molly. I'm getting dope. I'm telling him it's Molly.
Yeah. And
I go and I get the dope and I line it up for us and we snort it. And I look at him and I said, you just did dope. And he said, what the fuck? And then it hits him and he's like,
I love you for that.
Yeah.
Man.
And
what a dick move on your behalf.
For sure.
Wow.
For sure. 100% introduced him to dope. And I did it to my mom, too, actually, one time. We were smoking crack. Because my mom always told me, I'll smoke crack with you. If you want to do dope, I'll smoke crack with you so you don't do dope.
Okay.
So after that, like I was like, so right before I went to treatment too and whatever, we went out all night at a crack house smoking crack together.
That's hilarious.
And then she and my Nana drove me to the treatment center. She's passed out in the back all night, or the whole ride, because we're up all night smoking crack.
Yeah, just so to save your life from doing dope.
Yep,
like,
yeah, that's what that was her. Yeah, absolutely. And but anyway. She wanted to get, my mom, when she smokes, dude, she wants to go. Like, she'll go for days. And I'm like, Mom, I need a down.
You gotta take a break.
Yeah, I need something down. Yeah, I need something to keep me down. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go get a Xanax, Mom. And I went and got a Xanax. It was dope. And I'm breaking out my snort. And she's like, can I please have some of that? I need to come down. I was like, yeah. Gave her a little bit and poured it in her mouth, and it was dope. And I did that to another friend, too. And he thought it was Percocets. And it was dope. And he was like, it was like blue dope or whatever. So he thought it was a 15 or something.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I told him, I was like, it's already broken up. He's like,
it's already broken up.
He's like,
red flag number 1.
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, it's already broken up. And he did it. And, I mean, every time after they did, they fucking were happy. I mean, it's dope.
So now the new boyfriend's on, like, addicted.
Now he's on it. Yeah. Now we're on it. So this is now insane. Okay. No, we're not totally on it like that though. Cause I'm like trying to keep my cool. I'm trying to keep my shit together. Like, I know where my limits are now.
And what's your shit together? Do you have a job? Are you doing anything?
No, I'm not doing anything. I'm trying to get back into school.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to do. This whole time I'm trying to get back into school, okay? Well, unfortunately, I mean, anyway, so September comes. My sister comes to me, and I'm not fully into it, but, like, I grabbed a fake 30, which it was a Fetty 30, the day before. I did it. Whatever. Felt good. Well, that night, Courtney comes to me. She's on probation. She's like, Katie, I want to get high. And I'm like, Courtney, you cannot get high. Like, you're on probation, and, like, you just got out of treatment. I'm not doing it. She's begging me. I'm like, I text my grandma. I'm like, Grandma, I need this and this I need $50 for something. Grandma was giving me the money. Ethan, baby dad, has the car. I look at Ethan. I'm like, come on, let's go get it. Let's go. Like, I want to go get high. Let's get it. I know the person. Let's go get it. He's like, I'm not doing this. I am not doing this. Like, we're not doing this. And I'm like, whatever. And I tell Courtney, I was like, well, we can smoke weed. I'll smoke weed with you. Like, calm me down a little bit. She's like, no, I'm going to just go hang out with my friends, and I'll be back in the morning. I just got to get out of here. I'm like, okay, I'll see you later. I hug her, kiss her. And that was the last time I seen her.
Wow.
Yeah.
What'd she do? She OD'd that night?
Yeah, she OD'd. She went to this guy's house. She's 17 at a 35-year-old's house.
Oh, poor
who's
girl.
selling meth, has 27 weed plants in his basement, hangs out with all these younger kids. I mean, me and Ethan have been over there and have gotten high, like, but he's against dope too. No dope. We can do perks, we can do Molly, we can do meth, we can do uppers. No dope. Okay? Everybody's like, I was on a mouse with dope. Me, dope's my best friend. I'm going to sneak it in there. I don't give a shit what you say. So, but anyway, me and Ethan talked about getting Opanas from him, okay? And he was like, I can get them. So we had Life 360, me and my sister and my grandmother.
Is it the
little tracking app, on the phone?
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Because, we're getting tracked. I'm still getting tracked. My grandma messages me when I'm in Cleveland. Why are you on this side of Cleveland?
Yeah.
3 years later, what are you doing? That's what the trauma I did to my family.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so the autopsy says that she took an Opana, oxymorphine, no fentanyl, nothing, oxymorphine.
And OD'd from that?
OD'd from that. She was 120 days sober, okay?
Oh.
You know how strong Opanas are?
Yeah.
The little pills. I knew better to take half a little sliver of the pill. I guarantee she saw that little pill and said, I used to shoot dope.
Yeah,
I can just eat that.
I remember I had an IV in my arm one time, shot at just a 10 milligram Opana. I was fucking out for hours.
Literally out. It's like pure heroin.
It's a whole different,
pure heroin. So, anyway, so we all thought when she did die, we thought she died from fentanyl.
Yep.
We thought it wasn't from this dude. Like, the dude was so against dope. Because he told us, I picked her up. She was all messed up in Wellington, blah, blah, blah. My friend Madison's the one that picked her up. She's like, dude, she was fine in Wellington. She went to dude's house in Lorraine. I have her Life 360. It tracks. She went to dude's house. Well, was in Wellington. Went to dude's house. Went to the lake, the east side of Lorraine. Drug City. Came back to the house. The autopsy said she died around 3 a.m. within minutes of consumption.
Wow.
Dude said she was high all night. was messed up all night trying to attack him and shit, okay? She was dead for 12 hours in his bed. And he didn't call until 12 hours later. The next morning or whatever. And so he told us he was sleeping. Dude, she was in the bed with...
For 12 hours.
And you piss and shit when you die. Like,
well, and like you're dealing dope.
Yeah, and you're...
Shit, like,
and also, when we were over there, when she would go to sleep and pass out and stuff, he literally was such a, like, tweaker. He was up all night anyway. He'd go check on her, make sure she's breathing. Like, literally was so obsessed with, like, making sure she was alive.
Yeah.
Well, when my mom and my sister, my older sister, went over there, he said some really weird shit. He's like, she chose to die in this house. So weird, okay?
Crime ball.
Weird. So the cops obviously come.
He's got a 17-year-old dead girl now in his house.
Yeah, for sure. So they come and check his house, see all the weed plants, all this stuff. Gets 5 years probation.
That's it.
That's it.
No charge for the Opanas.
No. You know, obviously he's, you know, has saying something to somebody.
Yeah. What about you though? You carry that around still?
I used to. Like I said, I've been through a lot of therapy. I still actually have survivor's guilt for sure. Because like she was so young, and also there was rumors that I got her high, that I got her, like I killed her, and I did this to her. But you know, obviously the autopsy, our timestamps are so different.
Yeah.
But it was just ironic because I was using the Opanas too. And then she dies on the Opanas. But we all thought she died from fentanyl. Because, like, who doesn't die?
I've never heard of anyone dying from Opana.
But, like, when you literally see oxymorphine, street name, Opana.
Yeah.
Not a straight trace of fentanyl in her system.
Wow.
Dude, it was insane. So, boom, after that, I'm on. So, I remember that I got the news, though. I'm driving home. I'm blowing her up. I don't know if she's dead, you know. I don't know if she's dead. I'm looking at her location. Her phone's on. She's at Matt's house. Matt seems like a safe guy. We've all partied there. She's good. She's just not answering her phone.
It's the last thought of your...
Yeah. Not a thought in my fucking mind. So I'm driving. Ethan does not have license or valid plates. So I'm driving his car all the time so they don't pull us over. Well, there's a cop behind me in the country. And I pull in and he pulls in behind me. And I'm like... Dude, I'm going to jail. Yeah. I have also warrants, too. I'm like, I'm going to jail. I'm like, oh, my gosh. I get out of the car. He's like, where's Stacy Grills? I'm like, thank God. It's for my mom. I was like, well, we were going to go get dope. Like, I wanted to get high. Like, I'm getting dope, and I'm getting my needle and spoon. We weren't even going to go home. But I'm so obsessed with that needle and spoon at the time. I was like, no, I'm getting my syringe, and then we'll go. So he, like, asked my mom. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll go get her. I run inside. Mom, there's a cop out there. I go in my room, grab my needle and spoon, put it in my bra, and walk out normally. My mom's collapsed on the ground, screaming her head off.
Oh, they just told her.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Looks at me, Courtney's dead. And I'm just like, what? Like, and I drop. And I'm like, I'm hysterical, and this guy's so calm. Obviously, it's a police officer telling you news, and I'm like, what? And I'm asking, why aren't you freaking out? Why aren't you like have any emotion to this, like this? And I was like, are you sure it's her? I show him a picture. I'm like, I show him the location of her, and I'm like, do you see? She's right there. He's like, she's not there anymore. Like, like I'm like, I was like, are you sure she has tattoos? Like, and my mom Ethan was like, honey, they would not tell you that she's dead if they weren't 100% sure. Yeah, they were 100% sure. So, what's ironic though is he went to my grandma's first right down the street because that was Courtney's lone address. My granny's like, you have to go to the house. I cannot tell her mother that she's dead. So my grandma's the first one that finds out the news. The ladies, we're on a horse farm. The lady that's cleaning the stalls, her son, like 10 years prior, and her husband both OD'd and died. Jeez. She hears that scream, my mom scream. Immediately knew somebody was dead. And he was like, the cop was like, he's a sheriff or cop or whatever. He's like, they wanted to call you. He's like, but I'm waiting for this call, so I had to come and tell you. And literally, like, it was like the world ended. Like, the world did end. Like, it was, and I was just like, I had so many mixed emotions. I wanted to get high. I was like, I'm never getting high again. All this stuff, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, obviously, I'm stuck in my tracks. And I'm like, I feel the needle. I feel the spoon. I'm like, I just throw it out, like throw it somewhere. And I'm like, I'm never doing this again. Like, this is awful. So I go 2 weeks without it. Like, I go 2 weeks without getting high. But I'm doing drinking. I'm freaking doing coke. I'm doing everything, smoking weed, anything to numb it. Courtney's funeral, 300, 500 people there. It was popping. It was like a party. Everybody's in the parking lot passing joints, drinking lean, going crazy. I'm like, it's the way my sister wanted it. She was 17. That was the way it was. I mean, I couldn't see another way for her funeral to be, you know, because she was that girl. I mean, when I tell you, like, she was so beautiful, but she was also so humble and down to earth. She would stay up with people, talk people out of suicide. Like, she would, anybody that met her was like, she's so sweet. She's so kind. Like, her heart is so selfless. Like, she wasn't just.
She didn't get tainted by the streets.
No, and she had such good. Dude, I fucking robbed her one time and like shoved the money somewhere up here, and she was like searching, crying to me. She was selling weed at the time. It was like making good money too, selling weed. And I remember I just stole the money. And I was like, no, I don't have it. Blah blah. Looking dead in her eyes, and like she was never that kind of person to do that. Like she helped out so many people. So like that's what kind of stuck with me. I was like, dude, I'm a piece of shit. Like I've done some dirty shit.
Yeah, people wouldn't say the same about you.
No, absolutely. You know, like holy shit. And yeah, that's like. So anyway, fast forward, dude, a month and a day, literally a month and a day, I conceive my daughter. Like I get pregnant. I'm kind of on dope a little bit now at the end of this month. After the 2 weeks, I'm like,
yeah,
I can't stop. Like there's no stopping you. There's no cure to this, you know. I don't know how to stop. I don't know how to stay stopped. And once I stop, I can't stay stopped. Yeah. You know, like impossible. So, yeah, I used most of my pregnancy. Okay. My whole so they put me on Subutex. That's what they give you pregnant women when you're on opiates.
How far along are you on dope till the?
I'm to the whole day.
Like the whole, like you're doing dope the whole
to the day,
the whole ride. Wow.
Yeah. So I'll tell you the last day of before I got birth. But I'm only using a 20 a day. Okay. I'm very
just
trying to manage it just to
function.
Get me because. They used to tell me, like, that's why they put you on Subutex. If your child goes to withdrawal, they can die. You can miscarry.
Oh, yeah.
So, and that was my biggest excuse, though. That was my biggest excuse to get money from people.
You don't want your granddaughter to die, right?
You don't want me, yeah. And that was, like, so sick of me. But, you know, that's just how it was. So, I remember at the end of this pregnancy, my daughter's birthday is July 10th, so my due date, oh, shit. Anyway, the due date is July 18th. And I'm like, I gave birth 10 days earlier, 8 days earlier. But she goes to full term. Like, anyway, so the day before my birth, I mean, I'm still shooting up dope. Like, I'm still doing the thing. Me and my baby dad get this apartment somehow. He's working with my uncle, like, managing things. I'm this stay-at-home mom. I'm keeping the house clean. I'm cooking. Like, things are normal on the outside, right? But when we're dope sick, we're sitting in the living room like,
yeah,
dying. And like my dad becomes my plug. Like shit. Yeah, I remember Christmas Eve, or my dad would just throw dope in my mailbox and I go out there and get it. And my mom, this is before our apartment, my mom would be like, she'd call me. She's like, call him. And she's like, if you ever drop dope off of my daughters again, I'm calling the police. You're going to jail for trafficking. I'm getting you hemmed up. So then my dad was like, now you have to walk down the street, and there's like a snowstorm, and it was Christmas Eve. My grandma has a huge Christmas Eve party. I'm sick, and I'm like, Ethan, you have to walk down there. He's dying too. Puts down his boots. Everybody's around this huge Christmas Eve party. Walking down the damn street. My dad gets him, gives us our shit. Now we're all better. We're coming out and talking to people and communicating. And they're just like, what? And I'm like, 3 months pregnant maybe at the time.
Wow, man.
Yeah, like insanity. So anyway, the last day we have the dope man live with us, and he's a junkie too, though. He's a dope man junkie. Okay. We're living in this small town in New London. Okay, small town. He has to go all the way to the east side of Cleveland, almost 2-hour drive to get dope. To come back to give us little crumbs. We just gave him $50 because he's done. It's just all junkified stuff, like hanging on by a thread. So we're like, oh my gosh, okay, you live with us for a little bit, and we'll let you live here, and you just supply us.
Yeah.
So the night I start having contractions, and I clean the house, and the house is all get together. They're passed out on the floor, but like needles and stuff are all over the table and stuff, and I'm like, about to do the dishes, and my water like breaks. And I look at Ethan, I'm like, oh my gosh. And we don't have a car. We don't have a license or nothing.
Oh my.
I have to call my mom, who's 30 minutes from me, and then we have to drive to Lorraine to the hospital. 45 minutes.
Okay.
So we're sitting here. We do our dope. We don't have any more though now. So I'm like, we're getting sick, and we're in the car, and I remember driving. And we get there, And I'm like only 3 centimeters still, 5 centimeters maybe. And they're trying to send me home, but I'm screaming in excruciating pain. I've never felt this pain in my life. And I'm 19 years old, like literally like.
It's your first baby,
First
too, right?
baby, too.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. I'm like dying. Well, they drug test me.
Oh.
They drug test you immediately. And they drug test me the whole time I was at the doctor's, didn't know. And I'm failing for, dope. And they're like, hey, you have opiates in your system. Do you know why? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I think I had some Percocets from a toothache a while back, and I took it because I had some tooth pain still. They look at me like, you're such a liar. But okay. So, and they treat you so nice, though. They're so sweet. Like, they're not treating me any different. Anyway, I get upstairs to my room. They gave me the epidural because now I'm about to have a baby. Like, they gave me the epidural. And, of course, now I'm not sick anymore. There's fentanyl in there. There's, like, opiates in the epidural.
Is there really?
Yes. Yep.
I did not know that.
Yep, there's fentanyl in the epidural. I think now you can ask for it without, but when I just had my baby with Zion, I had an epidural with fentanyl.
Did not know that.
Yeah. So, I'm not dope sick. Baby dad is dying next to me.
Ooh.
Okay? Whole time, through the birth. Like, these pictures of us, like, are terrible.
That would be a nightmare.
Nightmare. Like, to experience his first child's birth, dope sick.
Yeah.
Like, insanity. Well, anyway, something happens. He leaves. He gets dope, obviously. And we're doing dope in the hospital the whole time. The drug dealer that was living with us comes up and meets my daughter. We have to tell my dad. My dad's now sober, though. My dad's now off dope. He got put in jail. His sobriety date was my sister's 18th birthday. He, like, got locked up, and he stayed sober. Like, now 6 months sober. Doing the right thing, okay?
Okay.
So I convinced him to give me $50 to get my daughter's birth certificate. Ethan convinces his mom $50 to get our daughter's birth certificate. We didn't get a birth certificate.
The fuck no, you didn't.
No. So we gave him $50 to drive up to the hospital and $50 for the shit. Okay.
Damn.
So he comes, gives us our stuff, blah, blah. With all this, though, my daughter's not withdrawing. My daughter, we stay in the hospital for 5 days when we get to go home.
They didn't take the daughter from you?
No, they did.
Okay.
They definitely did. So the last day, like I said, we were there for 5 days. I got released on day 3. They kept her for 2 more days for observation.
Yeah.
But like I said, nothing was wrong with her. She was perfect. Huh. Literally God, not me.
Miracle baby.
At all. Because, like, I should have witnessed some of that because that was tremendous what I did to her. But, like, obviously God was like, no, this child's not going through this shit. What? But no. So, the last day, CPS comes in and they're like, hey, you're not taking this baby home. And I'm like, what? What do you mean? In my head this whole time while I'm doing this stuff, I'm like, they're not going to take away a 19-year-old's baby. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a new mom. I convinced myself they were never going to take my child away. It was insane how I really, really believed that. So anyway, we're like, who is going to take our daughter? Like, she's either going to go to foster care. My granny was like, I'm not raising another kid. I just raised you and your sisters. My Nana can't. She works literally 10 hours a day, still supporting this family. And I was like, your mom, like Ethan's mom. And we call Melissa. Melissa has no idea this is happening. She knew I was smoking weed during the pregnancy. Had no idea
the extent
that we were.
Your...
Yeah, had no idea. So I call her up. We're on the phone. We're on 3-way. CPS is right there. And I'm like, Melissa, they're going to take the baby away if somebody doesn't take her.
And that's how she found out.
That's how she found out. And she's like, I'm coming. I will take the child. Like,
good
she's
for
not.
Her,
yeah,
man.
Amazing woman. Like, I will always be in debt to this woman. Like, and my daughter, smart, very smart. Like, I'll get into it like when I got sober and stuff. But anyway, yeah, takes my daughter. Ethan and me and Ethan were like, we have to get straight. Like, this is time. Like, we cannot. CPS is now in our life. Like, I have a moment to get my shit together and get my daughter back.
Yeah.
So Ethan goes to Detox for a week or whatever, Stella Maris in Cleveland or whatever. I get on this sub program because I don't want to leave my daughter. And I just don't want to. And it's a sub program where I can literally go there every day to dose until I get right, and then they'll give me a prescription, and I'll go and do counseling and stuff or whatever. And I'm living right down the street from them. Our apartment is literally a 5-minute walk, okay? But I still have warrants and stuff or whatever. So anyway, we're doing good for about a month. But, I mean, we're still smoking weed. We're still drinking. I remember when he coming home from Detox, and he's like, he has a pack of beer. And I'm like, I need a twisted tea then. And we're filling up these cups. And, like, leaving the baby with Melissa, we're joyriding, listening to music, in the country, drinking our beer. Like...
Just being the most irresponsible fucking parents of all time.
Literally. And, like, thinking, like, And I'm taking videos, like, on my Snapchat. Like, my Snapchat is just, like, filled with so many crazy shit. And I'm like, look at us newly parents. Like, my bounce back body because I'm on drugs and I look great, you know. That's why I haven't gained any weight because I've been on drugs, you know. Just, like, so delusional. So delusional. So then, fast forward a month. She literally turns a month old, okay? And, Ethan, I'm sick all day. I don't know why I'm sick. I'm not doing dope. I'm on subs. But I didn't do subs that day. But, like, the half-life, you're not sick after you don't do a sub a day, you know, when you're consistently on it for a month. And I go downstairs, and I hand the baby to Melissa, and I'm like, I can't. I need help, please. Like, just take her. I got to go sleep. I got to go sleep upstairs. And Melissa's like, okay. Takes the baby. And she's 58 years old. Like, I'm 19 years old. Like, what is wrong with you? Just lounging around her house, not doing anything, not helping her, nothing. So then I go upstairs. Ethan's working. And he gets home and he has a bag of dope. And our dope man at the time, too, another one, lived right at the corner, a grass path from his mom's. Damn. We just walked over there and grabbed it. He comes back, he's like, you want to get high? And I'm like, no, we can't, let's not do it. Blah, blah, blah. He's like, well, I already got it. And obviously, all bets are off.
Once you see it, it's over.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. So we're like, okay, let's do it. We're doing it. Obviously, I'm instantly better. I'm going down, talking, hanging out with my daughter, blah, blah, blah. Well, we're sitting in the chair because, like, we can stay there until, like, Melissa and them go to sleep. We can stay there all day if we want and be with our daughter.
Yeah.
So we're sitting in this chair together. Melissa and Donnie are in the room, like, falling asleep. Ethan goes to the bathroom. I'm like, Ethan, don't do it. You're going to overdose. Do not do anymore. He's like, I'm not. I'm going to go take a shit. Okay. Yeah. So he comes back. I'm like, you didn't do anymore, right? He's like, no, I promise. I was like, okay. So I'm here with I think I'm holding her on my chest, or he's holding her on his chest. I think he was holding her on his chest. And I look over and he's gone. He's gone. And I'm like, holy shit.
Like blue gone?
Blue gone, like cannot breathe. I picked my daughter up. I run to Melissa. I'm like, dude, Ethan's overdosing, blah, blah. And I pull him down. I'm starting doing CPR. I'm starting doing compressions. Blah. Melissa calls the police, obviously. Dude, like 7 police people come in the house, barge in the house, Narcan him. I'm outside. Like, I have a warrant, and I know this. I'm outside. I'm like, should I run to my house? Like, what should I do? They're going to take me to jail. And I'm praying to God, though. I'm like, God, please do not kill my baby dad. Please do not kill my baby dad. Like, Ellie cannot grow up without a dad. Please, 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 please. Because he was not waking up. Like, he was...
Even Narcan and everything.
Nothing. Nothing was getting him up. Finally, he gets up. And then we're sitting in the kitchen, like, talking to the officers. I guess I'm nodding out. Everybody says for a long time I was like, I was not nodding out. I probably was nodding out, holding my daughter. And they're like, hey, you know you have a warrant. And I was like, yeah. They're like, well, I'm sorry. Even though under the circumstances, we're gonna have to still take you in.
Wow. What was the warrant for?
For lying about my name. So first, my warrant,
like falsification kind of
like
deal?
criminal something.
Okay.
I don't know. The first charge was, oh my gosh, it was so petty. And I just had to serve 5 days. That's it. I had to serve 5 days and I was done. Okay. But I just wouldn't go sit for 5 days. I can't sit 5 days in jail. 5 days, yeah. Yeah. So I go and do that. And Ethan's, like, they go to take Ethan to the hospital because they tell him, like, he can still overdose again. You need to take him to the hospital. He needs to, like, and Ethan's dad, like, he's sitting in the backseat with Ellie, and I guess Ethan's dad's like, don't touch her. You're going to make her overdose. Like, do not touch her. And he, like, so after that, it was like, I was not allowed to do the visits anymore. We went back to court. Like, so the CPS lady came in jail, and the next day before I got out and said, Melissa's filing for temporary custody. Damn. And you have a court date tomorrow when you get out. And I was like, whew. Okay. So in my mind, I was like, okay, I'm just going to sign over temporary custody because she's, a mom, and I'll get her back. Yeah. So I go and I'm like talking to my grandma, and my cousin like, do not sign that, Katie. Do not sign it. CPS is still involved. CPS wanted me to sign it so bad because they're from Lorain County, but they're dealing with Huron County. It's a 45-minute drive. They did not want to. They wanted Huron to take this case so bad. Huron would not take it. So anyway, I didn't sign anything. She did get granted temporary custody. CPS dropped out of the case. And then things got really wonky. So Ethan could see her whenever he wanted because that's obviously his mama and that's his son. They wanted me to see her once a week and an hour in a
supervised
in a facilitated place. My grandparents were like, no, if you can supervise Ethan, then we'll supervise her, and she can have 8-hour visits or however long, like, you guys are allowing Ethan. Like, why does he get special treatment? All these things. So, I was doing that for a while. My granny, not my Nana, the one that raised, like, we lived with my granny, had my daughter for 8 hours twice a week up until she was 3 years old.
Damn.
I would come to visits. I would not. I would go. I would leave early. I was still out there.
Still a train wreck.
Yeah, I there was no sense, like, basically felt relieved that I didn't have this responsibility.
Plus, as a dope fiend, it's kind of the perfect setup.
Literally,
as
I can
fucked
see
up as it seems,
no,
but like, you're a convenient aunt, you know? You come and go as you please.
Absolutely. And like, nobody, like, gave me any boundaries. Like, nobody stopped me. Like, they tried, like, if I was high, like, obviously, but I was never really there messed up like that. Like, I wasn't sick, but I wasn't, like, nodding out, being, you know, a wreck. And then I remember Melissa was like, Granny's no longer doing your visits. I will be doing your visits at her house. Because, like, she wanted to be more strict about it. And now Ethan at the time has now gone to treatment, like, really trying to do his thing, like, whatever. And he does. And he comes out, gets a place, supposedly doing well. Okay, doing great, whatever. So this, like, leads us up to 2019. And, well, actually, no, now me and Ethan are living at my Nana's house because we lost the apartment, of course. And we're seeing Ellie, but we're not seeing her together. Like, his mom's really trying to, like, break us. Like, you guys need to leave each other alone and, like, get your shit together. Well, Ethan loses his job, and after 6 months, because he pees dirty, he can pull money out of his pension. He pulls $20,000 out of his pension.
Damn.
$20,000. And it's dumb on my part, but 4 days into it, I get a call because I tried back in 2019 to go to Florida, and, like, my grandma was like, no, I wanted to go to Delray, and, like, they were like, no, that's terrible, like, that's drug city, which is ironic because I got sober in Delray. But so I was trying to go out there. Well, she has a client, because she did people's taxes that, like, own treatment centers, like, that had horse barns. Like, she did people's taxes that, like, had their things together. He said, I'm making a treatment center. I wish it was ready right now, but when it is, and if she still needs help, I will get her out there. So as soon as he pulls that pension money out, 5 days later, she gets a call from the guy, and he's like, is she still struggling? And she's like, yeah. He's like, well, I just opened up a treatment center. Does she need to come? Which, now, hindsight, I'm like, holy shit, that could probably save my life. Like, that's $20,000 that I could have ran with and died.
And definitely died, yeah.
Definitely, you know? Which is ironic. So, anyway, I go out to Florida for the first time. I try to take it seriously. I go to the lockdown facility for 30 days first, the residential part. It's at a beautiful place. I mean, a fancy place. I don't have good insurance. I'm a welfare kid. Like, these kids are wealthy kids, great insurance, you know, living the best life out here, like, in Florida.
Do you want to quit? Or is this just, like, something to try?
No. So I want to quit so bad because I have a daughter, okay? And I'm thinking that I cannot let my daughter be like me and my family. And that's, I swear to God, I will tell this out that is what got me sober. Without my daughter, I don't think I would have had the strength to stay sober.
Yeah.
Like, I know that you say you have to want it. Eventually, I did want it for myself. But she was the anchor, like, you have to get your shit together. Do you want this cycle to end? Like, she was the reason, the running force of, like, dude, you have a kid. Like, you cannot be fucking around anymore. Like, what is wrong with you? So, like, that was, like, the driving force always. And it's, like, I wanted it so bad. Like, but I loved getting high. Like, to this day, I can say I loved getting high. Like, it was the best thing, like, in the world to me.
Yeah.
Compared to how I live my life today, obviously, not comparable. But, like,
that's all you
know
then.
Yeah, and you know what that dope does to you. Like, it takes your soul. Like,
and it alters your brain in a fucked up way. It's like,
it
tells you
like,
don't have a problem. You can do it every now and again.
Yeah, so it takes those, like, eat, sleep, drink water. It goes on top.
Yeah.
Like, you have to have that to survive.
Yep.
Like, it does warp your brain to that. So I do this. I get to the sober living so he owned the treatment center with the sober living. So it was a sober living that he owned. I got a grant or whatever to go to pro bono.
Okay.
So that rehab, the 28 days one. I get transferred there. Immediately start fucking around. Like, not drugs, but, like, met a guy.
Dudes, yeah.
Yeah, was missing curfew, lying about stuff. So I wasn't allowed to have my phone. Some dude from the treatment center gave me a phone and was like, you can just use this on the download until you get the phone back. So I was on Facebook, like not doing anything.
You're still just doing like the
just
sneaky
disobeying.
behaviors.
Yeah, disobeying, like not following directions, just like can't take it, serious. So I end up sleeping with one of the clients in the woods, and the guy the director that like is friends with the owner comes and he's like, hey, like you have to go to a all women's facility. I said, take me to all women's facility. I'll do what I want with them too. Like I was like, I don't care what you do. Like
your cake and eat it too.
Yeah, like I'm like I don't like whatever. And I was like, I'm not doing that. And he's like, give me the phone that you have. Like I'm not doing that. He's like, okay, then get out. I was like, okay. So then a girl I met there, she lived in Florida and she left treatment and she let me come stay there for a couple of days. I was flying home. Like I have nowhere to go. I have to go home now. Because they did tell my grandma, like, if we'll get her into another place. It's like a lockdown facility. That's like a woman's facility that she can't leave or whatever. So I stay there this is now around Christmas time. I fly home for Christmas because I got to go home for Christmas and my daughter's first Christmas. Okay. And then after Christmas, they were going to bring me back to Florida to this place, to a new place. And I come home and Ethan's living at my Nana's, all messed up on dope. Like,
God.
Dude, he's nodding out at the table. My grandma looks at me and she's like, sometimes he does this. And I'm like, Nana, he's on drugs. And she's like, oh, I don't think so because he works so hard. I'm like,
he's working hard, man.
I was like,
he's tired all the time.
I was like, Nana, okay, Nana, whatever. So Christmas, it was like 2 days or 4 days before Christmas. He had a bag of dope. And I drank a whole bottle of wine. He was gone. So I had his Life 360 app on my phone with him to see his location. This motherfucker left his phone at the house. Left to go get the stuff. Came back. He's incoherent. Messed up. I know exactly where his stuff is. I take the wallet. It's in a little sliver. Same spot as always in. Take it. It's a big thing. And I drank a whole bottle of wine, okay? Because I was pissed. Like, I was just like, whatever. I'm pretty sure I ate the whole bag of dope.
Wow, ate it.
Ate it. Put it straight down the hatch. And then after that, like, that was it. I overdosed for the first time.
You died?
Yep. I was in a coma for 6 days.
Jeez.
Missed Christmas.
Who found you?
So after I ate it, my granny came and she's like, you're not staying here with him. I was like, I'm not leaving him here. He's going to die. She's like, okay, he'll come into my house then. I was like, okay. So we go to my grandma's house. My grandma has a spiral staircase, okay? We're upstairs in the room. And she's like, Ethan, you have to come downstairs because you're not sleeping in the rooms. You're not married yet. So you have to sleep on the couch. And she's like, you have to come downstairs. And she's like, looks at me and she's like, what's wrong with her? He's like, oh, she's fine. She's sleeping. She's like, no, she's not. She's literally blue. Like, what are you talking about? She's not okay. And he's like, oh, yeah, she's fine. She calls the ambulance. And it's freezing snow. They can't get a gurney up the steps. My grandma has a balcony off the roof.
Yeah.
They take the gurney up there, take me off the roof into the ambulance, and the closest hospital is not a trauma hospital. So they have to drive me to Mercy, 45 minutes, man. I'm not stable.
You're dead in the back of the...
Dead. They tell my family, like, you guys need to start, like, when I'm in a coma at the hospital, there's black things, probably from the dope, in my lungs, just, like, filled up in these tubes. And they're like, you guys need to start, like, saying your goodbyes. Like, she's not coming out of this. Like, at all. And this is so weird. Like, this is what I saw when I was under... It was like a nurse, and I swear it was like my grandfather. I was like sitting right in front of me, and he had a stroke before he was born, like before he died. Couldn't talk or walk. He was just sitting there in front of me looking at me. And then I had this aunt who was very strong opinion, which was my grandmother's husband's sister, who was very opinionated, like just screamed at you, was like, anyway, I thought it was a nurse because they were both wearing scrubs. She comes in, she's screaming at me. She's like, you have to stop this shit. This is going to kill your family. You're going to kill yourself if you don't get off this shit. Just screaming at me.
This is what you wake up to.
No, this is what's happening in my mind.
Oh, okay.
And I think this is happening in real life.
Okay.
And I don't see my sister, and I don't, like, I just hear her, and she's like, are you happy? And I said, yeah, I have Ellie. And she's like, well, then you have to go back. And I was like, well, can you come with me? And she's like, no. And
It's your dead sister.
Yes, and it's so vivid to this day. It's crazy. And she's like, I was like, well, are you happy? And she said, yes. And I woke up. And the nurses come in, and they're just, like, in disbelief. Like, how did you just wake up? Because they literally told my family, like, she's gone.
Goner, yeah.
Like, and if she does wake up, she will be mentally gone. Okay? The amount of, it was insane. They wake me up. Oh, I wake up, and they're like, do you know why you're here? And I'm like, no. They're like, you have a respiratory infection. Didn't tell me I overdosed.
Yeah.
I had a thought that I did, but I thought it was the same day. Like, I didn't think it has been 6 days already, like, since I did that. My sister and my mom walk in, my older sister and my mom, and they're crying, and they're like, do you know what happened? Do you know? And I'm like, obviously, like, I know, like, I overdosed. And, I mean, I make it out of there, and I stay sober, like, I'm doing, like, okay. I get a job, actually. Now it's COVID time. I'm working at this college. I'm doing, like, okay. I'm seeing my daughter regularly. I'm trying here. Like, that, like, scared me. And, like, when I tell you, like, there was, like, a darkness over me after that. Like, just a thing lingering over me. And, like, for me, addiction and alcoholism is a spiritual thing. There's a spiritual thing to this that is, like, weird, you know, that, like, for real, like, for me, entities or something that, like, when you do that stuff, you're inviting those things in. And, like, when you become a dark, like, I read this book, it's called A Light Worker and a Dark Worker, and you're working in that nasty filth, and all those bad things are happening. Like, today, I don't get pulled over, you know, I don't get arrested, I don't have withdrawals, I don't steal, you know, things that, like, I just don't do.
All that dark shit.
All that dark shit. Yeah,
anymore,
you don't, yeah. Well, so after that, I just felt this, like, lingering thing. Well, Ethan keeps going, and his mom's, like, in, like, disbelief that, like, I don't know, that he's not getting high or something, and I'm like, dude, that he's literally getting high. Like, it's insane. But, so, yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm, like, I'm doing right. I'm whatever. And, like, I mean, boom, I meet another guy who's doing it. And I didn't mean to meet him. I just met him. And he brings out a needle. And, like, I'm getting paid every day because I'm, like, in a temp service. And I'm like, okay, I can just do a little bit. I have a job. Like, I'm not. And I would do it, like, once a week. And go back to work and not do it. So I was like, okay, this is manageable. Well, then, like, COVID really hit. And we got locked down. And I had this money. And everybody was getting that
stimulus money.
Yeah, stimulus, but also that
unemployment.
Yeah, the guy I was with was getting the unemployment, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. Like, this is amazing. Like, we're gonna be stuck here doing this. So I do that for a while, and I'm still getting high, and nothing's changing, and, like, it's just, like, you know, the cycle. Like, I cannot get it together. No matter how much I want to get it together, I cannot get it together. So I'll, like, lead up to, like, the last, you know, couple years that I actually, you know, got sober. So I finally was like, okay, I should probably go to treatment. Like, I've tried to go to treatment and detoxes here and there, but not, you know, treatment, you know, and I have insurance. So I'm like, okay, let me go to treatment. So
you want it long, I'm all in.
Yeah, like, I
term.
need something. Yeah. So I remember my friend going to this place Midwest in Toledo, and she was like, it was great, blah, blah, blah. And Ethan, actually, my baby dad, went there too. And he was doing good. And I was like, okay, maybe this is a good place. So I end up going. Like, I relapse. I get a stimulus check, another one. Relapse again. And then I'm like, because they have, like, a option. You can go to housing and you can have your phone and have more freedom, or you can go to residential. I was like, maybe I should go to residential first and do that. So I go to residential, and I get on the sub program, which I don't even know. I got on it because I wanted to feel something, because I was, like, weeks and weeks without anything, and I was like, maybe I should get on subs before I get out of here. Like, like, just to, like, have a safety blanket. Like, and not the Vivitrol. Like, I got sober with the Vivitrol this time. I love the Vivitrol. It saved my life.
Yeah,
saved my life.
Samesies.
Literally saved my life. Like, I don't know why they don't push that instead of the sub so much. You know, insane money. I know, but anyway, so I get out, and while I'm in here, though, I met this guy who's actually from Columbus, and
always a guy,
dude,
always
like
a
my
toxic
mother,
freaking
like
guy,
my
man.
mother. There's always a substance and always a man.
Yeah,
always a substance, always a man. I literally haven't been alone since I was 13 years old.
God,
literally no time to heal for myself. Even with my husband right now, no time to heal from any toxic trauma relationships. But I meet him. He's 7 months sober though. Like, and he's doing the thing. He's living actually now in sober living with the treatment center. He graduated the treatment center. I'm going to the treatment center. Like, he's kind of, like, guiding me to, like.
So he's like the least of your.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, and he's like generally a good person. You know, trying to help me out. And now things are moving fast for me. I got a job. I got my license. I got another stimulus check. Spent it all on getting my license back with the reinstatement fees. My grandma gave me her card. I was like 4 months sober. She gave it to me. Was like, now you can have a car because I'm in Toledo now, having to drive to her to see my daughter, you know? And I'm actually doing it, feeling good, taking the subs. But now I'm like waiting 3 days and then taking 4 subs.
Oh.
You know, like waiting, like not taking them for 4 days and then taking them.
So you can feel a lot better.
Feel good. Because you can't get high on subs if you're not.
Absolutely. Bro, I was hooked on subs.
Yeah. So you can't get high on subs. Everybody's like, oh, I can't get high. I'm like, well, you're not. Anyway. But, anyway, the boyfriend knows or whatever. And he's like, dude, you got to stop. And I was like, you're right. I should probably stop. Whatever. So I end up relapsing, though, on dope. And I get caught. And I get kicked out. And he's doing good. And they said, you have to go to treatment for 30 days and you can come back to the sober living. And I was like, okay, cool. My friend Jenna, she literally relapsed at the same time. We both ended up back at housing for like 2 weeks, though. I went home for like 4 days, took myself off the subs, withdrawed off the subs at my grandma's house, smoking weed, just sitting at her house getting through it because I knew I was going back to treatment. Because I didn't want to go back to detox. I hate sitting in detox. I just hated it.
Detox the worst.
Hated it.
Yeah, it's the worst.
And so I was like, I'll just go home to my grandma's. She has a jacuzzi tub. Like, I'll just get pampered, eat whatever I want. And, like, not a thought of me, like, going back to dope. Because I was just like, I'm not on that path right now. Like, I was really about, like, being with this guy and getting my daughter back and doing the thing, you know? So I get back to treatment. And we're in housing for, like, 2 weeks. And, we go back to the sober living because our sober living manager was like, yeah, you guys can come back. You guys got the money. You guys did good. You showed us what you go come back. We're like, oh, awesome. So I remember it was like, now this is like May of 2021. And I told Joel, and I was like, we should go to Columbus to see your mom and everybody. Like, go out there and see people, see my friends. And he's like, yeah, we should. But, like, in the back of our minds, both of our minds, we were like, we're going to take the weekend off and get high. So we come out here, and he meets a friend. We have dinner, and, like, everything's casual. His friend's telling us, like, wow, I'm so proud of you, dude. Like, I seen you. And, like, Joel's, like, 8 months sober, 9 months sober. And he's like, dude, like, you look so great. Like, whatever. Like, I'm so proud of you, blah, blah. We go back to this hotel. It's a nice hotel. It has a couch, and, like, he does crack and dope. And I like that's my favorite. Like, if I had money, I was getting crack and dope.
Yeah, crack and dope.
But, like, you know, I don't have that kind of money all the time, so I'm getting my dope first. That's it. But anyway, we had money then because we were not doing it, you know? So we get high for the whole weekend. I'm picking myself, dude, because I'm a picker. Like, that's what I do. And I come back, and I'm trying to hide everything. And, like, everybody's like...
Bro.
Yeah, they're like, what's happened? I was like, oh, I'm on my period. I just broke out, like, whatever. But we got away with it. Like, they were barely drug testing us. Like, if we seemed normal, they were not drug testing us. It was fine. And, so that happened once. And then he didn't do it again, but, like, I was like, oh, I can get away with this. Mm-hmm. Like, I can go do this once in a blue moon. I was working at a car wash, and I was getting tips every day. And I remember I got a $50 tip. And I was getting tips, good tips anyway every day. But just one day, you know, it just hits me like, we can go get high today. Joel's doing this. So I did that a couple times. But then I, my roommate was like, dude, something's up with her. Like, she's getting high. I come home, they have a piss test. And like, we're going to drug test you. And I'm like, I'm not taking it. Because I was like thinking, I don't want it on my record. I was like, I smoked weed. I'll get out.
I don't want it on my record.
Yeah, I was like, I'm like, I smoked weed. I'm packing myself. They're like, well, if you just smoked weed, we can work it out, but you have to pee in this cup. And I'm like, I'm not peeing in a cup. Blah, blah. So then I go to Joel. I have all my whole car's packed, and I'm like, and I have crack and dope on me. And I'm like, they're kicking me out. And he's like, are you serious? And I was like, yeah, I'm serious. They're kicking me out. And he's like, well, what do you want to do? I'm like, are you coming with me? He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, and I pull the dope out and the crack. I'm like, are you coming with me? And he left.
Oh, man.
And then we lived in my car for 3 months that whole summer. Ripping and running. He quit his job. Dude, we literally stole from Home Depot every single day a power tool, brand new power tools.
Yep.
Went to the same pawn shop every day for like 3 months straight. And it was closed on Sunday. So we had to figure out, we'd have our dope man like front us on Sundays. But that's how we lived.
It's crazy how quickly.
It was insane. And I've never lived in a car. I've never been homeless. Like, it was summertime. Like, I was a bougie homeless low because my car had like my totes. I was organized. I cleaned my car every day with my little hand sanitizer wipes. Like it was pristine. I would stop at the park and we'd organize our stuff. We organized like just the weird shit that we did like to make our lives normal.
Yeah.
Like it was so weird. And then we had to go to our friend's house. Like my friend Jenna I was talking about. She was in treatment with her boyfriend, like living together. They have like co-ed treatment centers, you know. I'd be like, can I please shower at your house? And he'd be like, yeah, sure, whatever. You can shower at my house. So that like happened, you know, that was like for 3 months. So yeah. So we moved back to grandma's house. And now the dope is making me like a crazy person. Like you see those wackadoos.
Now making you a crazy person.
Well, so like I can handle myself and talk, but now I'm like incoherent, hitting myself, scratching myself. Like you see those people flopping around?
That's you.
That's me.
Okay, so you want
and
the other way.
And it's never happened before. And I'm acting like I'm possessed. Like they call me Patricia when I'm out there because like that's my alter ego. And one day I'm flopping around like a fish, like just running, hitting walls. Like Joel has videos of it.
Do you know you're doing this? Or you just...
I know I'm doing it and I'm screaming for help. Like, this is why I say it's like an entity thing. Like, I'm screaming for help. Like, help me. Like, but I can't stop. And I'm like, my voice is hoarse because I'm screaming so bad.
You sound like the Exorcist out there.
Literally, like, I'm telling you, like, I have some videos, like, that, like, remind me of it. And, yeah, it's straight on exorcism. And my Nana's like, you guys cannot be here anymore. I cannot handle this. Like, you guys have to go. So then my mom lets us move in. So... we're there for like 2 months. Now I'm renting out my car to the dope man. Because now we're in Lorraine. Now we're in like the heart of it. Like, because we're in the country. But I had a car, so it was okay.
Yeah.
You know? But now I'm renting the dope man out. We're sitting at my mom's house getting high, doing whatever I want. And I'm kind of twacking out here and there. But I'm keeping it cool because I know how I get if I do too much. Like, I act insane. So that lasts. And then now it's about February. And my friend's in treatment in Florida. And I'm like, dude. I'm like, dude, how do I get to Florida?
How do I get to Florida?
Like, how do I do this? Like, I really need to get out of Ohio. I'm like, Ohio is my issue. Everything's my issue, you know? Nothing's me. Everything's around me.
It's always some outside
literally everything.
circumstance.
I was like, I have to get out of here. He's like, well, you have to get insurance. And I was like, well, how do I do that? He's like, insurance fraud. I'm like, okay, perfect. So, I literally have the insurance agency on the phone and him prompting me to tell them everything I need to tell them to get this Bright Health. It's now canceled because it was a big, huge insurance fraud. People were just getting it left and right.
What is that? I've never heard of that.
It's like, it's a marketplace insurance.
Okay.
So you can like pay $12 a month for it, but you have like good insurance to go to like these good places in Florida.
Okay.
So it lasted for like a year.
Where's the scam part?
I mean, so I think because they're charging you so little. Yeah. But they're the payout for those treatment centers.
So it's a scam on their behalf.
Yes. Not on my behalf. I did that later on in life, actually. So anyway, I get down to Florida. I get the insurance. It's March 1st. It's actually so ironic. So I get there March 1st. Fly down. I have dope with me, obviously. I'm taking the dope.
You went on the plane with the dope?
Oh, many times.
God bless you.
Many times.
How do you do that? Where do you put it?
Right in my wallet. Right through the security.
Jesus.
Right behind my ID.
A brazen little fucker.
Dude, it was many times.
No second thoughts at all.
Nope. No.
God, that's big boy.
Yeah, I didn't think of it at the time, obviously. So yeah, did that like 3 times. But I had this huge vape on me. I'm fucking, you know, those big mods vapes or whatever.
Fucking cloud
vapes.
Yeah.
I got my flight canceled because of that. They said I couldn't take a flight because of my vape on my layover. And I'm like begging. I was like, did you see me? I gotta get to Florida. I'm on drugs.
Oh God.
And I'm in Atlanta. They're like, dude, yeah. Okay, get this girl on the flight. Get her out of here. But anyway, I'm in the bathroom the whole 2 hours of the flight, right? Nodded out. The flight attendant knocked on the door and she's like, hey, we're about to land. You have to get in the back. You have to get your seat. My pants are off or whatever. I put my pants back on. I look down. My pants are backwards.
Oh, boy.
And I'm walking out and, like, my pants are backwards, okay? I'm wearing jeans.
You've been in the bathroom 2 hours.
2 hours. No idea. And, like, it's chopping it up with people, like, thinking I'm, like, looking normal and stuff. I probably looked like a mess. So I get to this treatment center. And guess what? This is a weed treatment center.
A weed treatment center?
A weed treatment center. Weed maintenance.
Okay.
Because this is what was going to save me. I have to be able to smoke my weed and stay off of dope.
Yeah.
Like, my weed is my savior.
That's the solution.
Literally. I'm like, I just got to smoke weed and be in a treatment center. Brilliant. Whoever made this, the treatment centers all are shut down now.
Okay.
Anyway. So I go to the detox. I hate detox. They're trying to make me, like, it's just detox residential. They want me to stay 28 days. I'm like, no, I'm leaving now. Like, I will do this. They kept saying that, you don't want to do this South Florida shuffle. I was like, I got insurance. I'll do that South Florida shuffle. They're like, okay. We won't get the back pay unless you go to our treatment center, you know? So they're like, okay, we'll get you out. I'm like, get me out today. I'm on 4 days of withdrawal, okay? They send me out.
On day 4.
On day 4. I don't know how I pulled this off, okay? On day 4. I go to the treatment center. I'm dying, obviously. And they're doing sub-maintenance there, too. And I'm meeting people. And, like, there's a smoker room. Like, you have residential on top. Like, the 30-day residential. You can't go. Then you have IOP or PHP. And then you have IOP, okay? And there's stages to it. And it's like a huge hotel. Big pool. Ocean right there. Beautiful. I mean, amazing. And you smoke weed. Like, it's nice, right?
Yeah.
So they let us go downstairs and hang out sometimes, blah, blah. Well, I'm dying. Like, I'm sitting here like, oh, my God. Everybody's asking me, like, are you okay? Like, I'm like, no, I'm withdrawing. Like, they're like, oh, okay. We'll try to get you a sub or something. We'll try to get you a sub. They couldn't get me a sub. I go talk to the doctor, and I'm like, listen, I'm dying. And they're like, okay, we'll give you a 2 milligram taper for 3 days, which saved my life because I was dying. The 2 milligrams, like, just instantly made me feel, took the edge off. Well, 4 days. I think I was, like, there for 5 days, 4 days. I meet this guy.
There it is.
You know, there it is.
Most common denominator.
The most common denominator. And he's like, he's a Colombian. He's cute. He has green eyes. He's in the union. He's an elevator worker. He's from New York. He has a New York accent, but he's been living here for 5 years. He got out of prison for selling dope. Like, changed his whole life around. But why is he in IOP? I can't live with my mom because that's what gets me high. Like, I have to stay away from her, which... In hindsight, his mom is she's like super loving, but she's a Spanish mom and they're so overbearing.
Yeah.
And they don't believe in treatment. They don't believe in any of that stuff. Like, you get it, keep it in the family, okay? That's it. So he's like, I have dope on me. And I'm like, oh my God, no way. He's like, it doesn't show up in your drug test. And I said, no way.
Some sort of magic.
Yeah, it was synthetic dope or something.
Okay.
It wasn't like real dope or anything. It felt like real dope, but it wasn't fentanyl or anything.
So like kratom?
No, it wasn't kratom. It was like a dope substance. It was weird. I think it's like maybe that xylazine stuff that was barely coming around or whatever.
Yeah.
But no, it wasn't showing up in drug tests. Like,
okay.
It wasn't. So I sneak out one day because he gets kicked out because he ends up getting all of his roommates high and they're all freaking overdosing and just going back to detox, right?
Kat says, this is the man for me.
Literally. Well, I didn't know that until actually I went back to the detox. I had to go back to the detox. But anyway, so I do the dope. I leave. Come back. I have the dope with me. I'm acting a fool. They come in there like, dude, we're drug testing you. I was like, okay, I'll drug test right now. Drug test came clean. They're like, what the fuck? Why are
this is just your,
Like, yeah, they're like, and then like, oh, you were hanging out with Jordan. And all his roommates were on drugs, and they're all back at that detox. They're like, so you have 2 options. You can leave, or you can go back to that detox. And I was like, I'll go back to detox, because I can come back, right? They're like, yeah, you can come back. I go to detox, right? The same detox. Meet all of his roommates in there. They're telling me, like, dude, yeah, he gave us this shit, blah, 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 all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, whatever, blah, 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 blah. So I end up leaving that detox or whatever. And now I'm detox jumping because I'm not allowed to go back to this treatment center, I guess. They're not letting me come back.
Okay.
So now I'm detox jumping for like a month and a half. Like going to detox. And I'm calling him every time I want to leave after like 3 to 4 days. He picks me up.
Wow.
We go back to his house, get high for 2 days, like on the weekends because he has to work on the weekdays because he's working, like doing all that stuff. And then one day I end up back in detox and I call him. I'm like, please come get me. Please come in. He's like, I'm not coming to get you. He's like, make a commitment. Be a junkie or get sober. He's like, this back and forth. He's like, I'm not doing it anymore. And I was like, okay, whatever. So I stay in this detox and I go to a treatment center. I finally finish a detox. Go to this treatment center. It's like AA based or whatever. I'm there for a week. And I end up leaving with a guy that I met from the detox. He was an older guy. It wasn't anything like, oh, he was cute or nothing. He was an older guy. He was an alcoholic.
Just a way out.
Yeah, just way out. He came to visit me. He was reeking of alcohol. I said, dude, you're sober? He's like, yeah. I'm like, bro, I can smell the alcohol in your breath. So I go back to his house. And then, like, things are getting weird. Like, you can tell, like, okay, and this is really weird. Like, I don't feel comfortable here. He's not like making any pass, but anyway, I just don't feel comfortable. So I'm like, okay, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go back to treatment. So I call this treatment center. I tell them, like, listen, I didn't do anything. I did drink and I smoked some weed. I need to get into treatment.
I don't need detox.
I don't need detox. Do not send me to detox, please. So I go to this treatment center. I'm there. I graduate the treatment center. But the week before I graduate, the residential part of it, the week before I graduate, my Nana, the one that raised me, gets in a car, crashes, and dies.
Oh, man.
My life is tore apart. That is my woman. That is my rock.
In Florida, too.
Yeah, everything in Florida. I convinced my family, I need to go to the funeral. I am not missing this funeral. You're sending me home, and I'll come right back. So I go home. I get my phone finally, and I open my phone up, and it's Jordan, the guy that I met at the weed center.
Yeah.
The one that's been hopping. He's like, hey, I'm in California. He texted me in April when I was in this other treatment center, but I didn't have my phone. He's like, do you want to come to Florida, get married, get on my insurance, and we'll be paid to go to treatment. $30,000 each. I said, perfect idea.
Yeah.
And he's like, I need you to come here because I need to get out of my mom's house. You can sign a lease for me for an apartment. We can have this money and we can see how it goes. Like, we can see if, like, this can work out. Like, we could be together and we can get your daughter back. And, like, this could be a thing. And in my sick, delusional mind, and I didn't use any drugs at my grandma's funeral, but I was smoking and drinking the whole time. And I'm like, perfect idea. Didn't tell my family or nothing. I fly back to Florida, right? Because all my stuff's in Florida. And the treatment center, his treatment center in California, it's a beautiful mansion, luxe, detox, whatever. It's beautiful. But I fly out there, and he goes to Texas for like a week for his family's vacation. Okay, he was already there for a month. Okay, he used when he was out there. He did whatever. So he come back, test dirty, and now he can stay there for another month and a half, 2 months. You know. So I'm riding on his insurance right now because we're not married yet. I don't have insurance yet. They're like, well, you guys... So, like, he didn't really press the issue, like, we have to get married, but it was an idea. And I knew that idea was there. And I knew that, like, that's how we're going to get paid. And the treatment center flew us to Vegas, 45-minute trip to Vegas at a little chapel. One of the techs that were running the treatment center literally was our witness for our marriage.
Wow.
I have the video. I'm wearing a crop top, short shorts. I posted on Facebook. I'm like, I'm married, blah, blah, blah. My granny said, I knew that marriage was doomed when you wore a crop top to your wedding.
Is that like what they call the body brokers?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, 100%. Body brokering. Yep, 100%.
So how's that work, though, that you go to, they pay you to go
to
treatment?
They pay you cash week by week.
So once you complete, you get a payout?
Nope. So most of the time it will, but Jordan, he had great insurance, okay? He had the best insurance out of everybody. He had Blue Cross Blue Shield, union workers. These kids that were coming in here were on parents' insurance. Their parents didn't even know they were getting paid. These kids were getting paid, leaving, relapsing, coming right back.
Damn.
And they were getting paid like $15,000 to $10,000. He was getting paid $30,000.
That's gnarly.
Insane. But his insurance was paying $1 million, like a month.
So what's
$30,000? You know, so he was getting paid like $1,000 every 2 weeks. Okay.
Wow.
And we finally we take a week off, and we go and get an Airbnb because we're gonna get his cousin from Texas, his nephew I met. 18-year-old nephew just turned 18. He loves dispensaries. Wants to come to California, smoke. Oh, yeah, we were smoking weed the whole time. We had in California they have drivers that drop off weed. It's like weed to go.
Uber, yeah.
Yeah, like Uber weed. He'd run out the front gate, and they all knew that we were smoking, but we were the only ones allowed to smoke. Okay, like we could do whatever we wanted here. It's shady as shit. It's still going, shady as shit. So we leave for a week to because we had to stay for another month, and he's like, we're leaving for a week. Like some shit happened, like some drama stuff, and he was threatening to leave and not come back or whatever. So we go and get high, go to the what is it called? Skid Row.
Oh boy.
And he goes down there, and there's a tent, and it's just a guy with full-on heroin, Molly, cocaine, ecstasy, just stacks and stacks of drugs.
In the tent?
Fresh needles. Like, he was the plug of the homeless, okay?
Wow.
There's a whole society out there.
How do you guard that?
For all these little junkies around, I don't know.
Damn.
I stayed in the car. He just explained it to me. But anyway, we get high, and then we're there for another month. We leave. And what do you expect? You give $30,000 each to junkies.
Yeah, that's my number one thought. Is like, cool.
Yeah, so we come Ohio because my husband's got to meet my family. I get him high on real dope, and then we go back to Florida, and we're off running for 8 months. So then backtrack. This is when I get sober. March 1st, again, now 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the same detox with him. He can't stay in detox. He's literally a pussy when it comes to withdrawals. Cannot sit for 3 days. Like, after that, he sneaks in shit. Like, in his shampoo bottles, dab pens, like, wraps them up in duct tape and paper and plastic baggies, Xanax, dope, everything in his shampoo bottles. Taught me all these damn tricks, okay?
Damn.
Yeah. And we're getting high the whole time. As soon as it runs out, we're out of the door.
You're out, yeah.
We fly to Atlanta, go to detox in Atlanta, in the middle of nowhere, get downtown Atlanta, in this ghetto-infested hotel. Like, there's gang violence everywhere. Just totally insanity, okay? And it's just toxic. So we get home. So I go home in December, withdraw again on my dad's floor. My dad's sober now again. And because he's relapsed back and forth, but not on dope, but just drinking and stuff. But anyway, I detox again. I'm good for a month. I relapse. Jordan calls me. I end up in jail in Ohio for stealing. I literally stole a Snickers, a Skittles, and Mountain Dew, and I went to jail for a week. And I call him in jail, and he's like, please come back here. I'm sober. I went to detox. Like, let's be together. I'm like, okay, awesome. I'm going to get out of jail. I get out of jail. I sneak out of my dad's house. He's so pissed. My stepdad flies me to the drives me to the airport. I get to my layover in Atlanta. It's always in Atlanta, my layover. I call him. He's like, I'm just going to meet you at the detox. And I'm like,
lame.
I was like, so you not sober? And he's like, no. And I was like, oh, God, this is just going to be back
I was
at
gonna say,
it.
are you ever at a point like, what the fuck am I doing with my life?
Yeah, I do. Because, like, yeah, it's like when I get to that detox point, like it's just like kind of following the motions. Mm-hmm. So I'll get to the last day when I'm going into the detox the next day, and I didn't even think I was going to get sober. Anyway, we're sleeping in a loading dock. We're at the same detox center. We leave again. I crashed his car through all this mess. You know, I crashed it a long time ago. It's getting fixed. He has a rental car and stuff, and we're sleeping under the detox. They're like, you have to leave. They're holding our phones and our keys, and we're like, we're not leaving until you give us our stuff. We cannot leave. They're like, well, you have to call the cops. Call the cops. The cops like, you guys want them to leave? Give them
their shit.
Yeah, give them their stuff. They're like, whatever. Give them their stuff. He's banned. Jordan cannot come back to this detox, and he's always been allowed to go to this detox. I'm not banned. They're like, but he's never coming back here again. I was like, okay. So we go on a rampage. We're sleeping in his car. He's going to work every day, still for a week. And then the last day, we're like beating each other up at this point. Like, it's so bad. We're so toxic, fighting each other, fighting over dope, fighting over drugs. He won't let me use the needle because every time now I'm using the needle, I become that possessed person. If I'm snorting it, I'm okay. Once I inject,
Patricia's all
in, gonna beat you with everything I got. So we're in this loading dock though, and I look down. He's passed out, and it's like 5 feet, probably this high. And I look down, and I'm like, I'm just gonna walk off of this real quick. Walked off
the pier.
No, it's
or
like
the dock.
It's like where you truck drivers back their trailers into.
Okay.
So those little loading docks. I just walk right off, crushed the top of my right foot, broke the top left foot. Swollen as this. I'm waking him up. I'm like, bro, I broke my leg. He's like, no, you didn't. We'll worry about it tomorrow. I'm like, no, I have to go. And also, I'm overdosing every day at this point. Getting pulled out of the woods, out of everywhere, going to the same Broward County hospital, getting Narcan, revived, let it go. Next day, same thing. So now I'm broke my leg, go to the same hospital. They say, yeah, you broke it. You need to go to the orthopedic, whatever. Give me a little boot to walk on crutches. I go in the bathroom. I steal one of his needles. And I steal one of his needles, and I go in the bathroom. And I overdose in the bathroom. And the nurse comes in, and she's like, I stand up, I woke myself up, and I'm like, whoa, I just fell. And the needle's laying right there. She's like, what is this? And I'm like, with his crutches, and he's passed out in the front of the hospital. I'm like, wake up, we gotta go. So we go, we fall asleep in the car. We get another fight. He leaves. I steal the car. I steal the dope, and I go on the other side. We're right by his mom's house. He walks to his mom's house. I finally come back. Him and his mom are walking back. Police are there, and they're like, dude, it's either treatment or jail, like, or you're getting Baker Act, because you can get Baker Act by family members in Florida. Like, they can tell you, two people of your family, since he's married now, can say, hey, she's either risk to herself, she has to go to treatment or jail. Like, they can do that. So I was like, okay, I'll go to treatment. I call up this random treatment center, and I'm like, and I was like in and out of detox, on subs, whatever. I told them, I'm not going to detox. Like, you're not sending me to detox. And they're like, okay, well, when you get here and if you're high, we're going to send you to detox. I was like, okay. So I get there. In my intake, I'm like this.
Not high at all, though, right?
Yeah, not high. And they're like, the intake lady, he's like, yeah, you're going to detox. And I'm like, okay. I'm not staying, though, the residential. I'm not doing it. And he's like, okay, dude. And after the week, and I need surgery. I need all this. So I get out of detox. I go to the treatment center. I go and get surgery. I can't get any pain meds, obviously.
Yeah.
They like shoot it up with like nerve
Blockers.
blocker. Yeah, whatever. And I'm like, now I have a knee scooter. Like, I'm running around with a knee scooter. At this treatment center, though. And like, when I was in detox, though, I looked at myself and I looked at in the mirror and I said, who the fuck are you? I could not recognize myself. Like, I literally was like, my hands were like, just shoveled. Everything was just like foreign to me. Like, I haven't looked at myself in the mirror in a long time, and I just was staring. And I was just laying on the freaking nasty bathroom floor in the detox room, just dying. Like, didn't take subs either. I was just like, I don't want anything. Let me die in this bed for a week and a half. Like, don't come and talk to me. I don't want to do anything. Like, let me just lie here. And I just lied there. Couldn't eat. I was barely drinking. Like, I was dead. So then the last day, and they're like, hey, you're getting ready to go. And I went to the treatment center. And people couldn't believe, like, the girl that came in, because like, they remember me coming in from intake when I was all messed up to, like, me, like, being coherent and talking and stuff. And, like, I can't even tell you what was different, except I started going to these meetings, these recovery meetings. I was right down the street from it. It was a big clubhouse. And it was a 12 o'clock meeting that I used to go to. A whole bunch of old heads, man, that were, like, strict to the point, like, was like, dude, like, you got to do something or you're going to die. Like, you are not, like, special. Like, this is not going to, like, the same person that walked in today will get high if you do this.
Yeah, you're not unique.
Yeah, you're not going to just get it from being a abstinence. Like, you have to put some work in. Like, you have some significant trauma and it's not even like the trauma that makes you want to use this. Like, you like getting high.
Yeah.
Just like admit it. Like, don't say, oh, poor mommy and daddy are addicts and my daughter, I don't have custody of my daughter. Or like, no, I like getting high above all else.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Like, and you put my daughter and drugs in front of me, I'm grabbing the drugs right away. You know, like, CPS will tell me, like, hey, you will never see your kid again if you don't stop. Bye, I can't stop.
Yeah.
You know, and until I could admit that, until I could say, I am not a woman of integrity, I can't tell you you the sky is blue, you know? So I did the work. I did what they told me. And I've been in, like, the rooms and stuff. Can I talk about, like, the rooms or, like?
Yeah, we can, yeah.
Okay. So, like, I've been around, you know, but never doing the significant amount of work that it, like, took to get sober.
Get changed.
Yeah, like, do that stuff. And, like, I had 2 broken legs. Like, what was I going to do?
What else are you going to do right now?
What am I going to do? My sister won't talk to me. Like, everybody's done with me at this point. Like, I am just, like, on my own, basically. Like, cannot, you know, whatever. So I'm doing the work. And I'm going to my meetings every day. I'm going to therapy every day. I'm going to my groups every day. And I'm, like, jumping around with my broken leg. People are, like looking up to me. So, like, at 35 days sober, my husband's sponsor, and I met Josh actually when I was in that treatment center when my grandma died. He used to bring meetings in. Like I said, he has, like, almost 10 years sober. In July he'll have 10 years, and he'd bring these meetings in and, like, do meetings, and I would kind of see him, but he remembered me. I didn't remember him, but I knew his sponsor, and his sponsor used to bring in those meetings. And he's like, do you want to come speak to me at a meeting? I'm like, dude, I'm not that much sober. I can't come speak.
I got a month clean.
Yeah, he's like, dude, they have a day clean. Yes, you can come in and speak. And I was like, okay. And I was like, Josh was there, and I'm speaking, and I'm like, I didn't say my sobriety date. I felt embarrassed, you know. I was like, I don't want to say I'm 34 days clean, you know, all this stuff. And he was like, he's like, okay, well, here's my number if you need sober support. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
thanks. And I go outside and he has a nice car. I'm like, because he has his life together. He's 6 years clean this time, okay? He has a nice job. I mean, like, really put together. My first thought was like, you're a predator and you're trying to get with young women that are in recovery.
Fresh in recovery.
Fresh recovery. Or you're just a hoe. Or you're in a relationship. I don't know. Like, one of the two. But he's in a nice car and I'm like, I just really thought not good of him. And he was in prison though. Like, he went to prison, whatever. That's his, his own story. But we were texting and stuff. And like, we were talking for a while, like for like a month or something. And he finally asked me the question. He's like, dude, how you have to be like a year sober, right? And I'm like 45 days.
No.
And he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I'm like 45 days. And I mean, that didn't stop him, obviously. But we kept our recovery separate. So every time I got in a relationship, I made him the whole purpose of being sober. Like, that was like my rock.
It was your higher power.
Yeah, literally. And I was just like, I wanted him not to even come to my meetings. I didn't want him to be around my friends. Like, I was like, you are totally separate. Like, we hang out barely, like, when I want to hang out with you.
Put some boundaries down for the first time in your life.
First time ever in my life. And, I mean, we were on two different paths. So, like, he was ready to be in a relationship. He was ready. I mean, 6 years sober. He wants to settle down, be with somebody.
Yeah.
I'm still like...
You don't even know what the hell's going on.
I'm still mourning this relationship with my husband. I just went through. It was traumatic, okay? Which really, we only got married for a financial, gain.
Yeah.
And, of course, boom. So I tried to find a job everywhere. Nobody was hiring me with my broken leg. Like, nobody was hiring me. I don't know why. I couldn't really do anything for what I don't have a high school diploma. I could really only do serving, sales, or whatever. I did get a sales job, but it was like insane. But, it was like a Google Docs scam thing, Google Home or whatever. But anyway, I'm moving with him.
Okay.
And we're still keeping our recovery separate, though. Like, we're keeping our recovery separate. And I'm about to get on birth control, ironically. About to get on birth control. And I do get on birth control. And I'm about to, should be starting my period on this birth control. And I'm not. And I'm like, I'm fucking pregnant. I'm pregnant. I know I'm pregnant. And boom, I'm pregnant. And I was
how many days clean are you when you find that out?
I'm 4 months sober this time now.
Man.
Yeah, 4 months sober, pregnant. And I'm like pissed at him, actually. I'm like livid because I told him, I was like, I am not having another child until I get my daughter back. Like, my daughter. And I had this guilt, like, oh my gosh, like, I'm replacing her. Like, this whole weird feeling. And like, just resentful at him. Like, I was just like, dude, like, this is not what I wanted. This is not how I wanted my recovery in my head was not like how it was.
Yeah, getting pregnant 4 months in.
Literally. But, I just kept doing what I was taught and keeping him separate and, like, learning to get over that resentment and, like, saying, like, hey, like, you are, like, not, like, gonna be my higher power, like you said. Like, I'm not gonna be my higher power. And eventually, like, he got involved with my friends. And, like, I slowly enmeshed him in my life to build a life. But I wasn't, like, at first head over heels in love. Like, I was just like, dude, this is so unnatural to me. My family didn't want to meet him because they've all heard.
They've heard the man of your dreams story.
The sober guy.
Found
blah, blah,
the
blah.
one.
Yeah. All these things. And, I just, like, kept doing what I had to do. And I always made a joke. I was like, when I would speak at meetings, I'd be like, you want to get a year sober, get pregnant, But I was like, I know, like, that's a joke because I couldn't stay sober with my daughter. Like, pregnancy is not going to keep you sober, In hindsight, I do believe everything happens for a reason, and my son is a blessing in my life. And Josh is a blessing in my life. It took, which I think is so special also because, like, it took me so long to gain that connection with Josh. With every other man, it was like, I'm in love, we're together, we're getting a house, we're getting married. This was like, is it God's will? Like, let me keep it slow. Let me not make this everything. Because, like, if this happens, I have to be okay standing on my own. Like, if this falls apart, I will be okay.
It's very mature for a fucking train wreck like yourself at that point.
But it was all God. Like, because at this point, I was going through my steps. I was helping other women, like trying to do something different. Like, truly, like, trying to do something different. And it just clicked, and I started feeling the connections. Like I was just talking to my dad. My dad's locked up right now. Got back on dope anyway. I'm like, Dad, once you get sober and you feel those connections of real life, like you can actually feel just the weird God shots that like you're like, holy shit, that's alignment.
Like the little tiny things.
Little tiny things that just make your heart pound out of your chest. That you're like, I was walking with my eyes closed for so long to finally see. So when we moved home, so like that was a big change. I didn't want to come.
You moved back to...
We moved back here.
Okay.
So we were in Florida for like I was in Florida for 2 years. We moved back here. I wanted to be close to my daughter. My daughter moved to Tennessee when I was in treatment when she was 3. And I got sober when she was 3. So my daughter only knows me as a sober person, which I'm so grateful for. Since I've gotten sober, I have visited her once a month. I drive to Tennessee from Florida once a month. I get her now in the holidays. I just got her for Christmas. I get her for spring break. We're doing a 2-year transition. In March 2027, I get to go back to the courts and say, hey, like, I want my daughter back full time. I did this 2 years transition. They can, Melissa, her grandparents can try to fight me. Ethan has a wife. They have a beautiful life. I can see them trying to fight me. They're not going to try to give her to me easily, but I know what God's plan is for me, and whatever that is,
I'm okay with it.
I'm accepting it. But I did do this 2 years transition to make it more easier on them, on Ellie. I didn't want to just rip her out of her home, and also that's all she's ever known. Like, I will never not take her out of her life. They have shaped her. She is so smart, so sweet, so kind.
So they raised her well.
Raised her amazing. Like, I could, dude, if she would have been with me during that whole thing, she'd have been me. Yeah. She'd have been me. Like, I was with my mom. Like, thank God she was separated from all this stuff, And, so we moved back home, and I was scared. I was nervous. I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to, like, ruin my whole thing. Like, I don't have anybody here. It was very isolating at first. But I jumped into a new chapter, and that was, like, with family. Healing my family. Going to my granny's house. My grandma has a wood stove. Huge stacks of wood. Putting in her house. Cleaning her house. Doing her floors. Helping my sister with her kids. Like, being that aunt. Like, her trusting me with her son. Like, never would she do that. Like, being there for my parents and not looking at them with judgment and disgust and be like, hey, guys, it's possible, and I'm here to meet you where you're at. You can see your grandson in a productive environment, like all of us together. Like, I can healthy be with you and, like, look at you like somebody I would look like in the rooms. Because for a long time, I could see you like, you're disgusting, you're my parents, why'd you do this to me? Today, I'm like,
you're sick.
You're a sick friend, and I love you, and you are God's child. And, like, who am I? Who the hell am I to, like, shun you and shame you? Like, they didn't have the help that I was so blessed with. Back in their day, you got sent to the psych ward. Even you and Josh's generation is just like...
Yeah, it wasn't much, there weren't many options.
It's very, very cool to get sober today. Very easy, so many resources,
it's
okay?
Accessible.
Accessible everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. And, like, the perspective change, man. That is all. That is all that I have ever wished for. The world is not falling. The world is not ugly. The world is not out to get me. My life is not meaningless. Like, that perspective that, like, I do have a superpower.
Isn't it great, though? Isn't that it's a powerful thing, man?
It's the peace that you, like, always been craving. I've always been craving peace, acceptance, and love my whole life. And to just know that it was inside me the whole time, I just had to unblock it. That's so powerful. To know that, like, you literally had this gift in you. You just had to connect to something greater than yourself. Buddha, Huda, whatever. The universe. It's all alignment. We are literally made up of the same particles of the universe is in our soul, in our bodies. Same neurons, electrons, everything is the same as the universe. Like, that's why when we're grounding and we're out there meditating with nature, and I feel the best when I'm in nature, when I'm walking and I'm looking at the trees. So that's what I want to bring up. I come home. We move here in June. And to watch, I'm sorry, I'm being sick though, by like, oh my God, her voice is so raspy. I know, I see all the hate comments they get on here. And like, oh my God, you guys are so shady. People are just hateful. Anyway, to see the leaves change, and I sat there outside for a minute, I'm like, the breeze hitting me.
Yeah.
It was like true ecstasy. Because, like, I've never experienced this season change, just, like, slow motion. I don't know how to explain it. And I think you can't explain it unless you've, like, been there.
Unless you've seen it, yeah.
Unless you've seen it and felt it. But, like, to slow down and, like, and like, really live life to the fullest. I mean, I've been in Puerto Rico, California. I mean, I want to go travel. I want to go help people. That is our biggest mission, me and Josh's, is we're going to try to open up a soup kitchen in downtown Cleveland. Josh just passed out insulated blankets to hella homeless people for the winter storm. I mean, those are the things that get us excited. Like, I'm truly a selfish person. I wake up selfish. I wake up, what do I want? What do I need? What do I need to do for me? And once I, like, break out of that, it's like a brand new high. I'm on a beam.
It's the best way to get out of my own bullshit.
Literally.
It's the only way I know. It's like, how do I not be a selfish prick all the time like I want to be?
Yeah.
So I do something for somebody else.
Literally that easy. And it's like, it was a long journey. And people tell me, oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. And I'm like, there's nothing, like, of course you should be proud of it, you know, but, like, at the same time, my uncle would be like, when I would count my days clean, I'm like, oh, I'm 50 days clean. He's like, well, why were you ever dirty? You know, it's like, there's that pride in it.
It's like getting a pat on the back for doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Exactly. And, like, yes, obviously, you should congratulate yourself, because it is a motherfucker to get off drugs. It is a motherfucker, okay?
Motherfucker to stay off drugs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty easy to get off drugs.
Yeah.
Staying off drugs and not doing the thing is the hard part. And to not be your selfish, self-centered person, it's extremely hard. Because I still do it in my relationship. My relationship is the most I struggle in. I can be so self-centered in that, and I'm like, what can I get out of this relationship?
Yep.
Like, what can I do to make me feel good out of the relationship? Not even thinking about what he wants or needs. And that's a constant battle. Because my self-centeredness, like, that is the root of my issues, of all of it.
Of all of them.
All of them. It doesn't go away. It's in my day of recovery. It's in my days of recovery, and it's going to peek out at every chance it gets, because it knows my comfort is drugs, and it knows my comfort is that hideaway dark place. And it is, the more I'm learning about myself to keep myself healthy, it is learning about ways to get myself to get back.
Yeah.
Every day. When they say, it's doing push-ups in the back, it is, though. It's learning every way. Your own brain and your own voice is learning ways to tell you what great ideas it is, like stealing grandma's iPad to go to the dope man to get what you want. And
that's how fucked up our brains are. Our brains
Literally.
Can convince us of anything. Of anything.
Anything. And it sounds like a great idea.
The best idea.
Ever. And thank God it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. And I do get some great ideas that are pretty out there, but they're not about, like, oh, let's shoot up dope today.
No, it's like, and we have, like, a filter process.
Exactly. We have, like, the step process that we gained, you know, that, thank God, because it's always not just impulse and go, you know. But, you know, it pops up, and it's like, life is tragic. Life is hard. Life is sad. Life is painful. But, like, pain is inevitable.
Yeah.
But suffering is a choice. Suffering is something I get to choose that I don't have to do. Like, I can choose to have that perspective change and be like, what can I do? Because this is the only control I have, is me and my actions. What can I do to make the life a little bit better?
Yeah.
What can I do to put into the stream of happiness, the stream of life, to help people instead of adding to all this darkness and chaos? You know?
Man. Girl, you
I talked a lot.
No, you were a mess.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
And that was some of the most insightful shit I've heard, which is crazy because I didn't see that coming.
Right.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing when you don't know what you
like
don't know?
What yeah, that's a miracle, man. Like, that ain't us, right? It's got to be, for those who don't believe in God, like, there's nothing I did.
There's nothing.
Nothing I did, right? I just shut up for a minute and was willing
and I sat
and prayed
down,
about the rest.
Sat down and was just like, I literally was just like you said, I had that moment. What do I do? Like, I don't even know what to do. When they said, what are you going to do different? I didn't have an answer this time.
Yeah.
There was just like, dude, tell me.
Tell me what to do.
Tell me what to do.
I don't know, clearly.
And I heard this, and this is so true. God will always steer the boat, but he will never row.
No.
He will never row your boat. And it's like, you have to pass. That's why you have free will. And I hate when people say, I took my will back. God gave us free will for a choice to choose what path are we going to take? What time and what are we going to do with this life? This life that, and I say this now, like, I'm like, I look God in the face, and I'm like, I'm not religious. I don't want people to get thrown away when I say God. It's just what I say. But when I look him or whatever in the face, and he's like, what did you do with this life? And I can look him proudly and say, I didn't waste a minute. Yeah, I did some shit, but without that stuff, I would not be who I am.
You wouldn't have the character you have today.
No, and I love who I am. I'm truly in love with who I am and how I can have compassion to people. And it is my superpower. And I'm so grateful to be a recovering alcoholic and addict. Like that. I wear that as a badge of honor. I really, really do.
You damn right. Girl, you talk a lot, but I feel like we're kindred souls. I could listen a lot to you.
Absolutely.
You're a wise woman. You've come a long way. So bravo.
Thank God shows up when he does, man.
Thank God. Thank God grace ain't fair, right?
Absolutely. Because we would be dead if it was.
Man. Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
Appreciate you very, very much. That's all I got.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Bravo. Thank you.